like that. Woo!
What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the Pull Up Show. I'm your host, Mr. BJ Matthews, aka B Jizzle.
It's your co-host that does it the most at Rick Masters 23 or Mr. Lee on IG. Man, y'all know what time it is. The Pull Up Basketball Podcast merchandise. The host with the red, I got the white. We got the black, the hoodies. Y'all know the deal. Hit up me or B Jizzle on our DMs, man. We'll get that going for it. But man, we missed y'all. So BJ, let's get to it, man.
Definitely miss y'all. We back at it. BJ and Rick at the Pull Up Basketball Podcast on Sundays. You know what I'm saying? Great basketball content, man. We back in action. You know what I'm saying? A lot of stuff been happening. But nonetheless, we are happy to be back with y'all again. Let's go into the comment section. First, let's give a shout out to Mrs. Tay for being a 6-month member with the Pull Up Basketball Podcast. She is back in action. She's in good spirits. So we definitely appreciate Mrs. Tay, one of the founders of the Pull Up Basketball Podcast with me and Rick. You know what I'm saying? Could not be the show without us, so we thank you, Miss Tay, for that. Shab 9000 said, "Job, blah, hell no, we on a 7-game win streak, baby. How do we do clip game? We're gonna have clip talk. We're gonna have clip talk later today about last night, Shab 9000. So make sure you tune in for that. But we gotta talk about this subject because it's definitely big news in the NBA. Shout out to Mrs. Daniel Davis. Great morning. She says also sharing. Appreciate that, Miss Daniel. So you got another good topic for you, Rick. So we got now after a 25-game suspension, Ja Morant will be returning back to the Memphis Grizzlies, serving a 25-game suspension for off-the-court activity, off-the-court behavior. The Grizzlies are currently 6-19, and they need their best player. They need their star player. They've had a lot of mix-ups in the roster. You know, Dillon Brooks has left the team. Steven Adams is hurt for the rest of the season. They lost Tyus Jones, their backup point guard. They got a lot of stuff to, you know what I'm saying, come up with. So Ja Morant is back in action. He'll be action on Tuesday against the New Orleans Pelicans. So, Rick, let me get your opening thoughts. You saw the press conference with Ja Morant this past Friday. What did you think of his thoughts and what he had to say?
Yes, man. So I want to say this. Ja Morant, brother, I am happy you are back. Everybody knows that I am a big person when it comes to the brothers making their money, right? You know, especially us African American, black, whatever you want to call us over here. Y'all young brothers need to go win because it's hard to come by when God gives you a gift like Ja Morant. I'm happy to see you back in service, brother. That's the first thing. Second, yo, man, let's keep our money. You know what I'm saying? I watched it, like you said, I watched the video, and some of the key things I realized is that he said he didn't talk to any of the NBA players like around the league. He more so focused on his therapy. He more so focused on his teammates, you know, his daughter, things of that nature. So the overall, you know, vibe I got from his conversation with the press conference is that he was just finding his own peace, right? He was finding himself. He was kind of just making sure that he was finding himself within his own mind, within his own world, which I'm very happy for. But here's the thing. The only thing he said in there too, BJ, too, and I'm just kind of paraphrasing, is that he said, I'm not apologizing for being me, right? He said, I'm not apologizing for being me, but I'm going to be more careful on how I behave or how I may do certain things out here. So essentially he's saying he's not changing who he is, but he's going to be way more careful because he knows he has a lot more to lose now. And so, you know, with that being said, I just want the brother to win. You know what I mean? Hopefully, you know, he has the right people, the right circle. I mean, BJ, if you asking me, when I watched the press conference, you know, he seemed more serious. He seemed like he had a little bit more wisdom. He answered the questions directly. He wasn't goofing around and joking around like he used to before. You know, he got when he was getting in trouble, he'll be laughing and, you know, still doing gang signs on the court and dancing with his friends. But it's like now they ask him a question, he answers it, and it's like next question, right? Like it's just more of a serious Ja Morant, a more focused Ja Morant. And that's all we really ask for. We don't want the brother to change. I know, be you, be authentically you, but just be careful, man. You got others to think about, but most importantly, you got yourself to think about. So I'm excited, man. The team needs them. 6-19, BJ, they need them. What you think?
let me take this off. If you ask me with Ja Morant, we got 13 people. We should have 13 likes inside the chat right now. Let me move this out the way for y'all, man, so y'all can see. But I think Ja Morant, from what I know, he has actually been in the gym. He's been working out hard as he can, getting back into shape. Obviously, his team needs him, like I said. But as far as his off the court, behavior, we definitely understand like he's had a lot to deal with this past season. Shout out to all the people coming in here. Mrs. Hope, she says good morning. Our other moderator on the Pull Up Basketball Podcast. Make sure y'all show her some love.
Good morning, Hope.
Yes, man. Salute to Eloquence is key as well. Malachi SF, he said Morant going to bring the Grizzlies into the playoffs. If you guys have not saw the poll inside the YouTube channel, make sure you guys hit that poll. If the Memphis Grizzlies, if Ja Morant can come back and bring the Memphis Grizzlies to the playoffs, we'll be wait to see. But back to what I was saying with Ja. I definitely have my complaints about Ja this past couple seasons. I think he has been a person that, quite frankly, has been, a little bit immature. Now, that goes to say he is 23, going on 24. So, us at 23, 24, we had a lot to learn. We were still learning to this day. So it's hard at that time for a person at that age with that type of money. And, you got a group of people who want from you all the time to always make the right decision. So it's kind of like, unfair to like judge him at this time. But what I will say is that the way he was moving, he was in a position to pretty much mess up his career. Going through 2 suspensions, went to the one with the whole charge, and Colorado with the gun, bringing it into the adult entertainment club, and then having another incident on Instagram with his friend where he flashed another gun. So that was just me showing that he was just immature and he wasn't really ready to achieve the success he had. So sometimes you gotta actually take away from somebody to actually save them from their own self. So back to what you said with the press conference, Rick, him saying that, he won't change who he is, but he's gonna move carefully. I'm a little bit hot and cold with that because who exactly are you talking about you are? Even though we don't know Ja Morant's personal life outside of basketball, but when you say you're not gonna change who you are, and you say I'm gonna move, differently. My question is, who are you really? Who you actually are? Who is the person that Ja Morant is off the court? I do agree with you when you said that he was, speaking more, calmer, being a lot less, I'm saying goofy, which is great. But does he actually understand the detriment that he caused, and is he actually getting rid of the people, or the what's the word temptation around him? Is he getting rid of that, or is he still having that around, but he's just choosing to, hide it from the limelight? So I don't know what Ja really is talking about. I'm gonna be who I am. I'm not sorry for who I am. I'm just gonna move carefully. You can't tell me that you still have the same problems around you, the same people around you, same influence around you, and things are gonna change instantly. It's gonna still be the same, issues you gotta deal with, the same problems you got to deal with. If you didn't make that change. Therapy, I do believe he did go to therapy. I think he did, take his class. I think he did, was able to address some, negative things in his, what he might be going through, or negative things in his lifestyle. But again, if you're gonna make the change, I would say, why not make the change all the way? You've already had a situation with your team; they're struggling, and you cost 25 games. See, this is another thing. I don't want to bring this up out of nowhere, but Draymond Green is a person that's getting ready to be suspended from the league right now. He said some of the same sentiments not too long ago. He's not going to change who he is. He's going to be who he is. He's not going to change. Well, who you are is costing your team. So if you're going to be who you are, understand there's going to be consequences that not just affect you, but the people around you. Sometimes it's certain things that you just don't say at a certain time. I would have left that out if I was Ja Morant. I'm going to be who I am. Or if you're going to say who you are, like, tell the audience who you really are off the court. But nonetheless, I'm glad he's back into the NBA.
Yeah.
I think the NBA is much more better with Ja Morant there. But what do you have to say in response to that, Reed?
Man, well, look, it's fair, BJ. When you said that, when you say a phrase like, I'm still going to continue to be who I am, and then judging it based off of, what he did before he got on suspension, that will make quite a bit of us a little bit concerned, right? Like, well, it's because of who you were, Ja, is the reason why you were suspended in the first place, and ultimately losing money and hurting your team and potentially, getting kicked out the league, right? And then using Draymond Green as a backdrop. I mean, absolutely right. It's like, look, if you're gonna be who you are, what you're, basically just confirming is that everything that you did in the past, everything that that wasn't a good look, that you're totally okay with. And not only that, but you're telling your fan base that, your family, and all that, etc. And so with that being said, I do agree with you, BJ, that probably wasn't the best choice of words. But I think, at least for me, because everybody's going to think different, have different perceptions of it, but ultimately Morant's going to show us through his behavior moving forward. But I just feel that when he says, I'm going to continue to be me, when I saw Ja, I try to tend to look at the, he's a kid, right? So I look at people I don't know him personally, so I always look at people as an overall, from the outside looking in. He's 24, he's a grown man, but he's 24, right? And most 24-year-olds, they just got out of college a year or two ago. You know what I mean? They start their careers, they're pretty much adult kids, as I would say. Like, they're just starting their adult journeys. And so to kind of give people context, all I'm getting at is that the brother came from, if he would had a regular life like the rest of us, he just came out of school, where you probably joined a fraternity or sorority, and then you up here, you got your education, you just got out of school, you excited, you start your career, you still trying to transition from that older, adolescent stage of life into now, now it's about responsibilities. So I still kind of give Ja, unlike Draymond, which is around our age, BJ, I still kind of give Ja more of a room to mess up, in a sense. He's still trying to grow into a older, mature man. And so based off of knowing where he's at in his life, as far as age and everything, because remember, I tell everybody this is a young man that has millions of dollars. And I done seen people outside of the NBA, people that's in different industries that has this kind of money at a young age, and we expect them to be, I think LeBron, and shout out to LeBron for this, but I think LeBron so far has probably been the youngest dude with all his money that hasn't been cutting up, as they would say. Outside of him, I done seen, I done seen players that make some stupid decisions. But in a world where we live, where it's like computers everywhere, phones everywhere, cancel culture, all this kind of stuff going on, BJ, it's like you do got to be careful on what you say. But the way I took how Ja was speaking is like, look, I'm going to authentically be myself, and however people want to take that, they can take it, of course. But I think what he was more so touching on is that, look, I'm a young dude. I like to have fun. I got my circle. Because when he even made the statement, BJ, that he didn't even talk to other players in the league when he was suspended, that was kind of deep to me, in a good way, though, because it's like I'm cutting everything off from the NBA just to focus on myself, right? So I did catch that. And so, probably not the best choice of words, but I was kind of taking it as I'm going to, come back in, because he did mention peace. He wanted to find peace. And he's like, I'm going to, be myself, but I'm going to come at this with more of a better way of behaving or choosing or making choices that's not going to affect me in a negative way in the past. That's how I read that statement. But BJ, you're absolutely right. I would have to agree. It was so vague in the statement that anybody can run the other way with it too. It's like, well, hey, bro, based upon your past and the suspension you just got off of, I don't want you staying the same. But at the same time, based off of what he said, how he was answering the questions, as calm as he seems, not as goofy, I'm thinking he's basically saying, look, I'm still me, bro. But at the end of the day, I'm going to be very careful on how I move forward. But BJ, me and you both know it ultimately comes down to what you show us. It's going to, moving forward, are you going to be that new leader? Are you going to be that floor general? Can we depend on you, in an organization, depend on you to stick around and, and not be doing anything that's not good off the court or on the court? Can we make you the franchise player, superstar that we're trying to make you to be? And so that's what it's ultimately going to come down to, BJ. But at the end of the day, salute the realist. Salute Land_216. Ultimately, I believe that is what he's saying. He's like, look, I'm always going to be me. I'm going to be this young man that likes to have fun and do the things I like to do. I'm just going to be more careful and more wise in the way I display myself out here. But that's how I took it from it, BJ.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Well, let's go ahead and let the people in, man. I think we had a lot of good points with that, man. Let me go ahead and let the people in. I'm gonna drop the video. We're gonna be taking a 2-minute break, and we'll be back ready to go. If you guys have not already, make sure you guys hit the polls. Will Ja Morant lead the Memphis Grizzlies back to the playoffs this upcoming season? Also, if you guys have not already, go and get your membership badges. We just had another new membership badge this past week. JM Clippers fan for being a membership. He just got his membership this week. So if you guys have not already, get your membership badges. We'll be having our contest next week as well, going into the Christmas holidays. And we definitely appreciate y'all. We have a lot of great content coming for y'all more and more. So sit back and relax for the next 2 minutes. We'll be back ready to let people in. All right. All right, so we dropped the link for y'all if y'all want to come in here, man, and disclose what y'all think about this with Ja Morant coming back to the Memphis Grizzlies. He will be returning on Tuesday against the New Orleans Pelicans. What's your thoughts about Ja Morant's return? What's some of your thoughts about the Memphis Grizzlies as a whole? Did you guys enjoy his press conference that he just had this past week? And do you guys think that Ja Morant has learned his lesson, man? Do you think Ja Morant has learned and understood that he's bigger than it's about bigger than himself? He's actually a situation where he has a lot of people depending on him. And like, Rick eloquently said that he has a lot to lose. So with that being said, I'm gonna let Rick read the comments that he got right now. But if you guys want to jump in, make sure you guys jump in to the actual, live if y'all want to jump on the panel. But Rick, go ahead and go into some of the comments, bro.
All right, man. Let's see here. Yo, Shaft 9000, that man said, this topic demands Bruce jokes. You know, Bruce always coming with the funny, man. He the entertainer for sure, man. Then you got Mr. Shine. He said Miss Tay doing the electric slide in the kitchen, talking about the beat, you know what I mean? Talking about me and Tay doing the duo dance right now. Hey, that beat go hard, man. That beat go hard. But no, man. I think, you know, when it comes to the Memphis Grizzlies, man, I mean, like I said, 6-19. Obviously, they missing Ja Morant, bro. I mean, 26 points, you know what I'm saying? Almost 6 rebounds and 8 assists. That team is really needing him right now. Like you said, with Adams gone, you know, Brooks gone, a lot of their core pieces, man, it's like he really does bring a flair to that team. And, you know, even though they got, you know, D Rose on the roster, I mean, it's not the 2009, 2011 D Rose, right? Like it's not the, you know, MVP D Rose, right? So, you know, he still could, I know he could be a good mentor for him. You know, because D Rose is all about serious business, man. He doesn't play around. So I think he'll have D Rose to look forward to when it comes, and I'm pretty sure he's been talking to him when it comes to, you know, just having somebody there to keep him as an anchor. You know, as some of the old school players always say, it's always good to have an OG in that locker room. And BJ, I know you know a lot about that. And BJ, let me ask you what, because a lot of people hear that on TV, but BJ, I want, since you know you played the professional level, let people know how important it is to have an OG on the roster. How does it help the newer guys? Yo, sound off.
My fault. So as far as that concerns, as y'all come in here, smash the like button. We have over 18 people. We have over 18 likes in here. Smash that like button. It's free. Share and subscribe as well. But going back to what you were saying about the OGs, I'm trying to remember. My first year professional, there's a guy I played with. He played the same position as me. His name was AJ Pingram. He was from Memphis, actually. Surprised, he was from Memphis, Tennessee. He was my OG. He had like 6 years on me, 6, 7 years on me. I was a rookie at the time. I was playing my first year of professional ball. And the first ever practice we had, me and him were, you know, I was guarding him, he was guarding me. I think the year previous he had like averaged like 30 points. Um, so I was like, this is the coach saying this is starting point guard. So I want you to guard him. I'm like, all right, cool. I got no problem with that. So I'm guarding him, he's guarding me. We're going bucket for bucket, scoring back and forth. I couldn't stop him, he couldn't stop me. And he understood I wasn't scared of him just off the fact that he had the little reputation and, you know, he averaged 30 points and all this stuff. I wasn't going for none of that. So he had texted me late, like got my number from the coach. He texted me, he's like, bro, you know, keep doing what you're doing, little bro, working what you're doing. Like I'm gonna make you better, you're gonna make me better, and we're gonna play off of each other. And you know, having that respect from an OG and having that confidence from an OG, that really elevates your game because it's like, okay, it's the best player on the team telling me this. So it automatically uplifts your confidence. Some OGs and some older guys give rookies a hard time, but I was, you know, very lucky to have some good mentorship from guys. You know, even off the court, he would take me, you know, him and his friends would take me out to, you know, different functions, different events, take me out to eat. They treat me like the little brother on the team. So I think just like anything, an OG can show you the way before you have to go through it. And actually, if they're really for you, they'll make you avoid certain things that they had to go through and mistakes. And that's what it's about. You're supposed to, you know, get better as you get older and, you know, the next person, next step. Just like, you know, if you have a younger brother, a younger sibling, you're supposed to get better. Like it's supposed to get better off of each generation or after each process. It's not supposed to get worse. So that's what the OGs are supposed to do. I think in this day and era in the basketball scene that we're losing a lot of these OGs because the NBA is choosing to go younger in the league, which is good, but you got to have that veteran leadership. That's how you have championship teams. That's why you build chemistry. That's how you have things in order so there's no toxicity in the locker room. Memphis is a young team in itself, so they're gonna already have some drama because you know these guys, you know, feel like they're making all this money and they're invincible, untouchable most of the times. So it's very, very tough to have a winning championship team without any veteran leadership.
Man. And so, like I said, I just want everybody to hear from someone who understands the, you know, the imperative, role of the OG, because man, like you said, even when I played for the Army base team, you had people who've been playing there for years, right? And so when you're the new guy, like I was at the time, and it's almost like having a mentor / coach on the bench, right? Even if they, like you said, are starring or they're just on the bench and they've been there for a while, they're kind of giving you the cues, the ins and outs, what to look for. They kind of mentally keep you sane, right? Especially if you're one of those type of players who are either A, nervous, or B, you're just trying to learn your role and learn the atmosphere of the team. It's always good to have a backdrop like an OG there, man. And so I appreciate you speaking on that, because it's very important. And I think when you have a player like D Rose on the roster that plays the role of what Ja Morant plays currently now for that team, because he did that in Chicago, that translate well. He has somebody that kind of understands him, because at the end of the day, man, I'm pretty sure during that press conference, I saw that, he also said that, D Rose and, Marcus Smart, they're very vocal. And what's funny, everybody back in the day, if y'all remember when D Rose was like popping and was that guy, the youngest MVP in the league in history, the NBA history, he didn't really do too much talking. When it comes to the cameras and all that, he didn't really do too much showboating, talking. He just, acted a fool during the game and used to dunk on people. But it's like he was almost like a Kawhi Leonard, right? Like you kind of had to just, I guess, look at him through a microscope. He didn't really show much personality or nothing like that. But when Ja Morant said, Marcus Smart and D Rose are very vocal, that lets you know right there that they do have personalities, man. They are real people. And so, him saying that just let me know that, D Rose understands him to some degree. He understands the position that Ja Morant is in. He understands that he's the captain of that ship. D Rose played the role for, and I think it's very imperative for a person like Ja Morant to have somebody like that on the roster. And I think that's going to help him as well. But at the end of the day, man, when it comes down to it, I was looking at the poll, man, and it looks like, at least, I don't know if it updated, but 46% of people said that no, he will not. It's too late when it comes to, Ja Morant taking the Memphis Grizzlies to the playoffs. I mean, look, 25, 26 games into the season, there's 82 games. I mean, there's 6-19. I know we live in a culture, man, BJ, where, now it's like, it's like microwave basketball. What I mean by that is like, if they're not currently doing it, then people easily write folks off, or they write a team off so quick now. But, I'll even use an example. I remember when Miami Heat, when LeBron and Wade and Bosh and all of them joined back in the day, they didn't have a good start. You know what I mean? They didn't have a good start, starting up. But then when they found their rhythm, when they found their, how to play with each other, their chemistry, then they started taking off, right? So I think, again, we know that Ja Morant is a superstar. We know that he is definitely a team difference when it comes to him playing or not playing. So understand, 82 games in the season, bro. It's only been 25, 26 games. Him coming back, him being, him resting. He said he was practicing with the team. He was still involved on that sense. He still was working out and all that. So it's not like he's just been away from the organization, not know what's going on. So no, he's very in depth of what's going on and what they need to do. He saw the changes with Brooks, you know what I'm saying? And also with Adams, he sees all that. He was there. So I'm pretty sure him and his coach and the organization, his mentors, everything, probably been cooking up a plan on his return. They most likely were waiting for him to come back because they know he's the key difference. So to see 46%, bro, that they won't make the playoffs. I mean, look, I think he's rested. 25 games gives you a lot of rest on them legs. As much as fast as nimble as he is, that gives him a lot of resting time. And I think he's going to come out with a bang, honestly. I mean, granted, BJ, we don't know, how he's going to obviously perform, but I'm going to say on the plus side, he's going to perform just well because he's 24. Let's not forget he's a young dude. He's not even in his prime years yet. And he just had 25 games to rest this season. So I think he's going to come out the doggone gate booming. We're going to see that Ja Morant that we love so much. The only thing we got to worry about is if he can maintain his maturity and keep it pushing and be a better leader than what he was before and what he was displaying. So, I think it's uphill for him. What you think, BJ?
I mean, personally, let me actually just look at some of these comments. I'm gonna respond to that, Rick. Shout out to my man, Alan NG, man. Appreciate you coming. You know,
Salute,
major
salute,
donator of the
Alan.
show, Alan NG, major donator of the show, Clipper faithful as well. Daniel Davis said, "Great job, everyone. Definitely learning. Appreciate you coming in." This man right here from Twitter, I don't know his Twitter handle, but you know, he said join. So definitely appreciate you joining, man. If you want to share the
Salute,
podcast and this
salute.
for anybody, if you're listening from different, you know, social media sites, make sure you guys, you know, share the podcast, whether it's Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. You guys can share it. You guys can, you know, subscribe to it. Whatever y'all want to do, get the word out there. Daniel Davis also said, Daniel said, we need our OGs for our life lessons. Yes, ma'am, for sure. Let's see. Okay. So fact of the matter is, let me break down something that you did say. Um, with the record. I do believe like the record does, you know, it is early. Even with the, you know, Miami Heat started 11-10, I believe, you know, when they had, you know, Wade Bosh and, you know, LeBron, everybody was saying that this team was going to, you know, fail. Anytime you put talent together like at that stature, people are going to actually, you know, over exaggerate over the, you know, least of, you know, failure. Like look at us. We went on a 5-game losing streak, the Clippers, when we got James Harden. Everybody was saying that this was a bad idea, that James Harden was a cancer. James Harden can't play for the Clippers. He's going to, you know, ruin this team. The Clippers had all this depth. They had all this talent. They lost their forwards and all this stuff. That's the media pundit putting out there. When James Harden first came to the team, I said at first I was not for the trade. I was like, look, I don't think that we need to bring him on. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to give him an opportunity because the same thing I did with Russ last year, I'm going to give James Harden an opportunity. So the first 5 games, people are, you know, trying to, you know, steer me saying this is why I said BJ that, you know, James Harden's a cancer. I'm like, I actually see some positive from James Harden. I'm going to let it ride. Now we're on a 7-game winning streak. We're currently 6th in the Western Conference after being like at 12th. So it is very early, like, you know, and a lot of these teams in the West are struggling. So Ja Morant and the Grizzlies can go on a 5-game winning streak and they can find their way into playing like that. So if they continuously do that and they built this confidence, and from what I've been understanding and hearing, you know, Rick Will was telling me about what Ja has been doing, like personally, his trainer, you know, he knows Will personally. He said Ja has been, you know, he's at a different level right now. Working out with the weight vest, working out, you know, constantly on a daily. Now that's what he's supposed to do, but he just says mentally and he just seems more focused that he's gonna come, you know, looking to, you know, cause instant, you know, hell for the league. So you know, he comes in. He was leaving last year before he got, you know, in this all this trouble. They were saying that Ja could be the face of the league. So it is just what you just said. If Ja can keep his head on straight and not be caught up in the mix, that's why I was so like confused with the whole, you know, I'm not gonna change who I am, but I'm gonna be more careful. I just thought that was bad timing. I just thought that was something where, man, you don't need to have if you comfortable losing millions and not making all NBA teams and all that stuff, because if it's making you lose money, that doesn't you're hustling backwards. You're asking, you know, for whatever you get you deserve. That's how I feel. If you knowingly been warned and you've been punished and you've been having money taken out your pockets and you still say I'm gonna still be me, but I'm going to, you know, move more carefully, then whatever you get next, you deserve. Now, I hope it, you know, doesn't affect his bottom line. I hope he doesn't get in no more trouble. But I just thought that was just a thing where he should have just left out. I liked when he said, well, you know, I have a lot to lose and I've been in therapy. I've been doing things of this nature. There's some of the stuff is just a time and place not to say, but I'm going to put it back to you, bro.
I mean, absolutely, BJ. Like, you know, I agree with you. Like you were saying earlier. I mean, some phrases, statements, yes, probably are really not even probably, but likely you shouldn't say in the position that he's in. Salute Alex M. Salute. You know, you definitely, you know, change your inner circle, like Alex. Exactly, right. But like BJ was saying, you know, the Mr. Will guy, like he's been watching Morant. He seems like he's on a different level. He's training, like BJ said, things that you should already be doing. But like I said, it goes back to what I was telling everyone. The brother is 24 years old. 1999. That is a young man, right? Now, see, when we think about a person like Draymond Green, that's more of a person I'm easy. It's more easy for me to kind of write off, and not necessarily in a negative way, but it's like he's in his 30s, right? So I think I don't know. I'm 33, you know, January 1st. So I think Green's like 34, 35. I forgot his age, but he's around our age, man. So you know, he's more cemented in how he's gonna be, right? He's halfway to 60. So so you know, when he talks, it's like when he say he not gonna change, or hey man, that's just how I play, he's only shooting himself in the foot. But when I hear a 24-year-old man like Ja Morant say, yo, I'm not changing who I am, but I'm gonna be more careful, I think what he's trying to allude, or you know, encourage from us to get from him, but he's probably saying it, he's not saying it in the best way. I agree with you, BJ, is that hey, I know I'm doing some jacked up stuff, but I have been to therapy. I have talked to some people in my circle. I am listening and watching. I'm more aware of what I'm doing now, and I'm going to come back stronger. And I'm giving that to him because he's so young, right? Like I said, not even in his prime, and even at the tender ages of 23 and 22, the brother was a superstar already. He was already making noise. And so, like I said, I just have a little bit more hope for a Ja Morant's case than a, you know, Draymond Green's case, because in a Ja Morant's case, he was just on some young, dumb, ignorant stuff, but he's the right age for it. It makes sense. I always tell people, make it make sense. He's in that age bracket where you kind of expect the stupidity. It's just like people that get on Zion, bro. Like, you know, it's like, yeah, he fat and he messing with these women, but look at his age. It's like, bro, I'm not saying he's right. I'm not justifying anything that these brothers do. That's not what I'm saying. But what I am saying is when you look at the microscope of it and you kind of judge it based off of context, these are young men, bro, with a lot of money and sometimes a lot of time on their hands. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, it's like I don't expect them to always make the best choices. Again, this is where I lean back into LeBron. LeBron is probably by far the only young dude that was in the league at one point that really was just walking like a man when it came to decision making and all that at their ages. Outside of that, I can't really think of too many other players on a superstar level. Understand my context, because he was a superstar. At a superstar level, being that young, not making foolish decisions. So he's an exception, as they would say. But it's like everybody else, when they do dumb stuff like this in their early 20s or their teen years, and they're just making these mistakes and these choices, I kind of let it ride for a little bit, because I know once they start hitting 28, 31, 35 years old, we won't see this type of behavior, because now they usually, you know, they're well deep into their families. Ja already has a daughter. So by that time, she's probably 11 or 12 years old. So he's been growing as a father, growing as a citizen, growing as a man in general. So a lot of these stuff that we saw in his early 20s, you see what I'm saying? Naturally, and you know, normally, as I would say it, we won't typically see in his 30s and late 20s, right? Because he's just getting older, he's maturing. But ultimately, BJ, I do agree. Certain things that you say at certain points and timings of your career and what's going on, probably not the smartest to say. But I'm gonna tap him on the hand. You know, 25 game suspension. I think that was fair. You know what I mean? Because he kept kind of like Draymond, he kept kind of dealing with these guns and getting into the news and getting the altercations. Like, you know, you got, you know, if you do the crime, you do the time type of situation. But at the end of the day, man, the brother's 24. I'm praying the brother come back strong. I'm hoping for the best. We all know, you and me both, BJ, and everybody on this panel, hey, we know that the Memphis Grizzlies need Ja Morant. We can't even sit here and act like they don't. Now, do the Warriors need Green? Nah. And plus, they already had their, you know, they had their legacy run back in the day against LeBron and them, and that dynasty is pretty much done. But when it comes to Ja Morant being so young, bro, it ain't nothing but the future for him, man. So I think he's going to come back strong. But yeah, I agree, BJ. He probably could have chilled out with that line.
Punchline. So shout out to let's see who's in the chat. He said shout out to my man Janelle Santana, man. Again, if y'all want to come in here, chop it up with y'all thoughts, man, with Ja Morant. We got a lot of people in the polls who's voting, which is great. I think we have, last time I checked, we have 26 votes right now. 19% people said that Ja Morant will get the Memphis Grizzlies back into the playoffs. 42% no way, it's too late, and 38% undecided. So a lot of people are actually going against Ja Morant getting back into the playoffs this season. They are 13th in the West. They're the 6th and 18. But like I said, with the Clippers, my team, we had a lot of ground to make up. You know, we got James Harden. We on a 7-game win streak, so it's very easy for them at least to be in the play-in. If you make the play-in, you automatically have an opportunity. It's not like it was, 5+ years ago, Rick, where if you don't make that top 8, you're not getting in. You're not. There's no way you get into the playoffs. So, I think Memphis definitely has a chance to, at least have a chance to, make a playoff. Like, they started from behind. But, don't forget this was the number 2 seed the past 2 years. They were number 2 last year and they're number 2 this year. Of course, whatchamacallit, they didn't have Ja for the rest. They didn't have Ja, up this year. And then last year they had Steven Adams, they had Dylan Brooks, they had Tyus Jones, they had all their pieces, but they lost those guys as well. So they're gonna have to find a way to rally around their captain, their leader, and try to make some noise. But one thing about the Grizzlies, I'm always looking at, they always play hard. Their talent level is not where it could be for a championship team, but they do play hard. Jaren Jackson plays hard. Marcus Smart, we played against him. He's gonna play hard. Derrick Rose, he is who he is. Like, they're gonna play hard. It's grit and grind for a reason in Memphis. So it's just a matter of how much gravity does Ja carry for this team. As years, as the games go by. Salute to Tyson Thomas. Welcome to the show, bro. I don't think I've seen you on here before. Welcome to the show, bro. Turn the page said, is Marcus Smart helping with their personal maturity? Well, I'm gonna let you answer that one, Rick. What you think about Marcus Smart, his maturity, being a former, with the Celtics being in the NBA Finals? What do you think he brings to the Memphis Grizzlies?
I mean, I think personally, if you ask personally, I think Marcus Smart, I mean, he knows how to win, right? I mean, he came from a team, the Celtics, that been to the, finals, Eastern Conference Finals a couple times. I mean, he knows how to get there, right? Like, and that's when it comes to the OGs and the veterans, right? He knows what it takes to get to a certain point, right? He's been deep into the playoffs, right? So him and Derrick Rose, and then Derrick Rose back in his heyday went up against the mighty prime LeBron, Wade, and Bosh and them guys. Like, they've been in situations where they know what it takes. They know how it feels to be under pressure. So to me, it's like you have all the tools, right? If you're Ja Morant, you have all the tools and skills. You have the ability, right? Now you have these two vets and Marcus Smart and D Rose who are sitting on your left and right shoulder, who's literally just feeding information, experience, just the love of the game towards you as you're the captain of this ship. It's almost like having a, what is it? Like not necessarily a secretary, but like a right-hand man that just understands you. Two of them, I should say, that understands the position you're in. They both felt the pressure. They both know what it takes. They know the feeling and the vibe of an important game. So it's not like he's really walking into something, by himself, right? Like, he has those veteran pieces by his side that knows what it takes, man, and that knows how to at least exemplify leadership to some degree. Now, the real question is, will Ja Morant take it? Will he receive it? Will he soak it in? Is he really a changed man? I think that's what it really boils down to, because again, I'm sure you and I, everybody else on this channel right now, are not doubting that this brother can play ball. We're not doubting that he has the skill sets or he doesn't have what it takes to get to the next level. What we're questioning is, do you have the maturity and will you stand the test of time and have that leadership to push it all the way through an 82-game season? And BJ, another thing that you said, it's like, look, it's still early, and it's not like you said 5 or 6 years ago where it's like you didn't have the plan. I mean, might I remind everybody, LeBron James, the greatest player of all time to most people right now in today's era. I mean, didn't he get to the Western Conference Finals, right? But they started in that play-in, you know what I mean? Or even Jimmy Butler and the Heat, they started in the play-in, you know what I mean? Like, anything can happen with this new setup, this new format, right? And we all know that Ja Morant is the key reason that team even pops off the way it does. Like, I'm be honest with you, Bubba showed me he showed me the ticket prices, right? Like of the Memphis Grizzly games, they're like $15. And that's because Ja Morant's not playing, right? So we already know when it comes to revenue, when it comes to the team success, when it comes to win shares, when it comes to all the positivity that a player can bring far as impact, BJ, Ja Morant is that guy, and they're missing that key ingredient. And so all the organization and Alex Ja needs to want to change his off-court habits. Don't won't work. And I agree with you, Alex. I agree with you 1,000%, right? You know, that's what we're questioning. That's the biggest thing that we have to worry about. Will he be there when we really need him most? Are you going to be, you know, conducting yourself, showing yourself in behavior of what we need as a leader as the season prolongs? Because like BJ saying, I agree with him. We're in a new NBA now, bro. We're in a situation where you can be literally below 500 or just cruising at 500, and then you get in a play-in spot, or even if you're the 8th or 7th seed and you find yourself in a Western Conference Finals or even the finals. Like, that's the new NBA we live in now. So that's why I'm not really counting him out. So if he's true about what he's saying, if he's real about what he said, that, you know, he's going to come with a different perspective, you know, sources around the league saying that the guy's taking it more serious, I have no doubt that this brother can at least make the play in. Like, I mean, I'm not going to count him out at all. And the only reason why we even watch the Memphis Grizzlies, BJ, is because of Ja Morant. So I'm not going to cancel the brother just yet. He's 24 years old. You know what I'm saying? But as you said, BJ, if he continues and he goes back to what he's doing, then yes, I can safely write him off, because it's not like the league didn't try. It's not like we didn't try to give him a chance. But I think he's going to come back strong, and I'm sending positive energy his way, man. I think he's going to come out with a banger. But yeah, Marcus Smart's definitely going to help BJ. He knows how to win. He knows how to get to the promised land. And I think collectively it's going to take a team effort to get to the promised land and win the whole thing. But, you know, it's a long season, man.
For sure. Let me first give a shout out to Tyson Thomas for the $5 donation through the Cash App. Bro, salute for supporting the show. Yes,
Tyson.
Thank you, my brother. Thank you for that $5 donation. If you guys want to show your love to the podcast, make sure you guys hit Cash App $BJ Matthews for the podcast. Definitely the content that we drop to y'all on a daily, weekly, monthly is to inform y'all with all the basketball news, just with outside, you know, our favorite teams. We talk about every team in the NBA. We talk about all the players, everything that's hot. We're going to talk about it. And nonetheless, we want to, you know, make sure that we spread the love and give back to you guys in the right way. But let's go and get one of our, you know, main subscribers and also his own pull-up or his own show. Andre76. Go and subscribe to my man's YouTube page right now, DFJ Hoops. He is a Philadelphia 76er fan. He's also a great basketball mind. If you guys have not already subscribed to him, go and subscribe to his page right now. What's good, Bubba?
What's good, BJ? What's good, Rick?
Salute.
Man, I appreciate the love, man. I'm glad y'all back again, because I don't remember last time. Y'all had a show, but yeah, I'm glad to see y'all back. I mean, I get responsibilities and job, you know, tight job schedules. I get it, but, you know, glad y'all back. But I'm also glad that Ja Morant's returning for the Grizzlies, because, you know, him being out, it's kind of like being in jail and your family's is outside and they're struggling and they're trying to do whatever it takes to make ends meet, and they're just not being able to get by. It's the same way with Ja Morant. I mean, he's not hurt, he's not he's not sidelined with any kind of injury, but, you know, because of some dumb shit he did in the offseason, he's not able to help his team. And, you know, it was just difficult watching this team out there struggle and, you know, just losing 30-point games and, you know, losing to teams that in reality they wouldn't lose to had they have Ja Morant. But I mean, with Ja Morant coming back, this team is still missing the Steven Adams of the world. They're still missing, I think, Brandon Clark. He tore his Achilles before the playoffs started, so they missing him. And I think this Grizzlies team doesn't really have enough wing players, like versatile wing players that can actually do a little bit of everything on the court. So Ja could definitely help them, but I don't really think this team is going to make the playoffs. Now, they can get into the play-in, because we saw last year the Lakers from the 13th seed, they battled and, made it to the 7th seed and eventually made the playoffs. So I'm not counting them out from the play-in, but the playoffs, I don't think so, because the West is so tough. And the top six, I think the 6th seed, the Clippers are the 6th seed, and they're like, what, 3 games above 500. So the Grizzlies with only 6 victories this season, it'll be tough to, make it into a top 6. But I'm glad Ja Morant's going to be back. I'm glad that I hope young players in the game. And now I get it. I mean, Tyrese Halliburton, Tyrese Maxey, and all these young point guards coming in or showing up. So it's kind of like made us forget who Ja Morant was. But I mean, I hope he comes back and, show us what he's capable of doing and help his team or do what's necessary for the Grizzlies to win. And if they can make the playoffs, hopefully they do.
Great points, man. Ricky, you gonna say something?
No. I'm letting Sean go whenever he want to go.
Oh, and Rick, the tickets were $2, not $15.
Well, there you go. They're $2.
$2.
Hey, God.
I thought there was $5.
God, oh man. I need 8 quarters. We just need 8 quarters. Please come support.
Tickets is trash.
Hey,
I thought they
we
was
got
$5.
flow seats. We got flow seats for $20.
They rolling. They rolling dice.
You can come shake the Memphis Grizzlies bare hands for $8. Oh man.
Yo, man, that's funny. But as y'all know, y'all go ahead and support my man Bubba, man, on his page right now. Stop what y'all doing. Go and subscribe, share, like, all that, man. We're here to support one another. So appreciate that, Bubba. Let's go to our next guy, Sean, family friend of the show. You know what I'm saying? What's good, Sean?
Hey, what's good, man? I wore out over here, man. I'm tired, man. I'm over here doing a lecture slide to the damn jam while ago. Over here, doing my ATL lecture slide. Hey, now, shout out to Steph Curry for getting eliminated from the play-in when Ja Morant get back. That's Ja Morant gonna send this man home 2 fucking times. He sent him home in the play-in. With Klay Thompson hurt, prime 100% in shape. Draymond Green and Steph Curry is getting sent home by some rookie named Ja Morant that Terrence Mann locked up like a bitch last year. And shout out to Curry for get eliminated from the playoff because Memphis is about to climb the standards. And whoever in the 9, 10, 11, 12 seed, y'all finna drop. Because Memphis going to slide up about, top 6 to 10. They'll catch them boys. Because, everybody in the West all right neck and neck. So, I just want to give a shout out to Ja Morant for eliminating Steph Curry and hurting that resume two damn times already. That's going to be sad. But, hey, maybe Ja come back, man, and get his head on straight. I mean, me personally, I don't really understand what the hell the problem is. Like, how many of us on this channel right now in the chat and all that got a gun carrying license? How many times y'all had y'all gun in the car in your hand? Like, that shit kind of crazy to me. But hey, the rules are the rules. You got to play by the rules. But I don't really know that Ja did anything too damn bad. I mean, who don't carry a damn protection? You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't like. Imagine being the commissioner, going to his SUV and his car, getting in his car, knowing his license, knowing he got a gun in the car, knowing he carrying his gun everywhere he go, and then you send this man home for just having a gun in his hand. Like, I don't know. I thought it was kind of harsh, but it is stupid by Ja Morant. He know the rules. You unfortunately we live in a cold world where you got to follow the damn rule book. So everybody controls everybody. These companies control us. It's crazy. It's the same out here in the trucking world. Like, these brokers can complain about anything they want to complain about, and then send us a whole damn wrong piece of paper, a whole wrong address. They can do whatever the hell they want to do, but they get paid regardless. We got to wait on our money if our paperwork ain't 100% perfect. We all controlled by something. It's crazy, but yeah, I'm disappointed in Rick Masters. Like, he come out here on a damn Sunday, man. Hottest team in the league. We ain't giving out no W's, Rick. We giving out ass whoopers, and we up here talking about some damn Ja Morant. I'm finna, you know, if I had Miss Tay phone number, I'd call her and check her about her man. Hey man, Miss Tay, you let your man get over here and talk about Ja when the Clippers are the hottest thing going, and we gotta listen to this Ja Morant man.
Hey,
But nah,
man,
I'm
look,
just playing. I just playing. I'm glad you helped, Rick. Glad you're on the
look,
show, man. You
Clippers, look, what they 15-10.
I now
Clippers,
her. We ain't
they
talking about
15-10.
yeah, we ain't talking about the overall record. We talk about this team, this new team we got, this new roster, this new starting five. That's what matters.
Absolutely,
Them bitches 12-3.
absolutely, absolutely.
Nah,
Man.
it's
No, I'm with you. So. Okay, so no, what I was basically saying is that, you know, even y'all's home record is nice. I mean, the top 3 teams in the West, what you got? Minnesota Timberwolves, they're 11-1 at home. You know, Denver Nuggets 10-2 in the champs, and then Clippers 11-3. So I mean, when I look at stuff like that, I'm like, yeah, the Clippers, you know, it just took Mr. What's his name? The beard to just James Harden to come in and I guess get, you know, acclimated to the team. So they starting to roll now. But I mean, look, man, I mean, I think, Sean, I think it's fair to say that people had their doubts about Mr. James Harden. So he was a little bit skeptical and people had their criticisms. But, you know, I'm as a fan of the NBA, I am happy that the Clippers found some type of, you know, vibe with him, some type of chemistry with him. It looks like things are cooking up now. So I really don't have nothing bad to say about him. You know, now, Sean, let me ask you this, though. You know, do you think it's a make or break season? Do they need to win it all this year?
no. About 6 months ago, that would have been a decent question. Right now, you're looking at the best player in the NBA. The man is looking like what everybody always thinks he's not gonna look like because they're scared of him. Because like if you think about everything that Kawhi's done in the playoffs, every time he's healthy, when he's healthy, I don't give a fuck about how he got hurt and the Clippers lost. I ain't talking about the Clippers. I talk when this man's healthy on the court. He's the best player in the NBA every time playoffs. I don't care if it's 9 games, 2 games, half a series, 4 series. He's always the best player in the playoffs on the court, right? So we know that. We know what's going to happen when the playoffs get here. A lot of people just getting a little extra gear. And he did this last year the same way. He had an actual worse start last year than he did this year. So, anybody that watches Kawhi, man, you gotta be a fool if you Steve Ballmer, you let this man get away. Ain't no way in the hell you let Kawhi go nowhere. You talking about this player in the NBA? That's the best player in the NBA right now. This guy who on the court, this guy right here, number 2, and you gonna call it break? Hell no. If it's broke, everything's gonna be broke. It's gonna be Ty Lue's ass gonna be broke up out of LA. But and this the thing, Rick. It ain't even hard. See, it's never been Harden or Westbrook. They never been the ticket. Never. That's what I've been telling everybody. Harden's playing good. That's cool. Guess what? All these star guards are starting to get locked up now. You know why? Kawhi ain't really got to deal with them to the 4th quarter. You know why? Because they can't get in the microwave. You know why they can't get in the microwave? The point of attack defender is on the court starting the game who keeps them cooled off before it's time to put the big dog on them. That's why we winning games. It ain't got shit to do with Westbrook or Harden. You can take Harden off the court right now and start Westbrook. As long as Terrence Mann's on that court, the point of attack defender's on that court, Westbrook will go 12-3 just like this. But see, when Westbrook started, T-Man got benched. Westbrook didn't get to start with T-Man. See, it ain't got nothing. But Harden's playing good. Shout out to the beard. This man is balling. He's actually teaching Zubac what a real pick and roll supposed to look like instead of these reckless ass abandoned wide open passes from Westbrook. There's 5 people in the paint. Let me speed run in here and just throw a pass real quick. No, it just hope this man catches it. He's a fucking 7-foot center. He's not Terrell Owens. He's not Randy Moss. He's not Jerry Rice. He don't just catch any and everything. He has to be finessed at the right pace, at the right height. That's the one thing I give Beard. He making Zubac look great on offense. The same Zubac that all the Westbrook fans were trying to say we need to get rid of. The same Zubac who damn near got us to the NBA Finals before he got hurt. You want to get rid of that guy? No, that's stupid. But the ticket is the defense, Rick. The defense, that hence, the Clippers are number one in the NBA in defense since who started? James Harden was already starting, and they was losing. Westbrook was already starting, and they was losing. Why? You know why they ain't losing? Because you put the fucking defender on the court. Now Kawhi gets in the fourth quarter. He's not asking to score 40 points and guard Curry for 4 quarters and guard Jamal Murray for 4 quarters. He ain't been asked to do that. He just gets them in the fourth quarter while he's rested and they tired. They tired. They've been dealing with this man over here, and give some love to Coffee too. Coffee making him work when he's on the court. He ain't no point of attack defender, but he a good defender. Westbrook a solid, one-on-one defender. But these guys ain't point of attack defenders. It's a whole different type of defense when you talk about the point of attack. You got to dodge 900 screens on one possession alone, right? Not just, okay, Rick Matthews catch the ball in the corner. I got to close out on Rick. Now it's just me and him one-on-one. Okay, boom, boom, boom. I D'd him up. Now I'm a good defender. Yeah, you're a good defender on that closeout. That don't make you a good defender on running the point of attack defense for a whole game. That's why the Clippers are winning. But, shout out to Harden for playing good. Shout out for Westbrook to giving his energy off the bench. And this man, Norman Powell, it is in the microwave. There ain't no way out for the NBA, Rick. It's over. There ain't nobody can do about the Clippers. Nothing. We got 5 guys and I hang 30 on you.
Hey, Sean, let me go to my man Mingle real quick, but let me give a shout out to Mrs. Tay for the $10, love, man, into the membership badge. Or I'm sorry, the super chat. Said $10 donation. She said, thank you for all of the donations, hitting the like button. So again, if you guys want to show your love to the podcast, make sure you guys hit that Cash App right on the screen, which is $BJ Matthews. Or if you guys want a super chat or super comment, please hit that button below the video where it says thanks, that button. You guys can share it for this great content that we give y'all on a daily, weekly, and monthly basis. We do it for you guys. Let's go to our next guest, Mr. Mingo Jester. What's good, bro?
What's happening?
Salute.
Man, I'm gonna go back to the Ja Morant thing. Y'all talk about the Clippers enough. See, one thing about Ja Morant, man, he just gotta get his mind right. But I know he's young, and I know he want to live his life. You got some of the young guys picking up for him, saying he's just living his life. But when you're a professional, it's the way you conduct yourself. You can't be doing all kind of stuff when you're a professional. That's just like if you're a doctor or a lawyer, you got to carry yourself a certain way. You can't be a doctor and coming up with your pants sagging and all kind of crazy stuff. It's a time and a place for everything, bro. I understand he's young, I get it, but bro, you can't be all on waving guns and all. Dude, you're not young Jeezy and none of them guys, bro. You're a basketball player. Not saying you got to be a saint, but just saying you have to conduct yourself in a certain way. If these young kids that look up to you, Ja Morant, if these young kids that look up to you come to see you play, buy your jersey, buy you all that stuff, they looking up to you, they thinking like, oh, well, Ja Morant doing this, I think it's okay for me to do it. Because they look up to him, And he's setting a bad example for the younger generation, the guys that's under him, So basically, all I'm saying, man, Ja Morant, before Ja Morant can, play basketball and all that, he got to get his mind right, bro. He got to. Basketball is a talent. He good at basketball, as we all saw already. I think to me, for Ja Morant, a little deeper than basketball for me. I think he got to get his mind all the way right first before he can do anything. Because it seems like to me, he gonna come back in the league. He gonna play other games. He gonna do good. And he'd probably be back to his old tricks again, waving guns and all that strip clubs got strippers hostage and all kind. I don't know what Ja Morant doing. This dude look like he's Frank Lucas.
If he do that again, he don't deserve to be in the league.
I mean, I don't get it, man. I don't understand what he got going on. But you're a millionaire. Chill. All you got to do is just lay to the house, condition, eat right, play basketball, repeat. That's all you got to do. You gotta be out here doing all this extra stuff with these other niggas. You see these other guys doing, bro? They not on the level that you're on. Y'all on 2 different levels. Some of these guys have to do some of the stuff that they doing in order to make a living for themselves. You don't have to do that.
That's true.
That's it.
Man, preacher. Mingle preaching.
But I want to add to what Mingo Justice said. I mean, everything he's saying is true. But man, you know how you come across people, man, that you just consider them just fuck ups.
Yeah.
I think that's what he is. Ja Morant
Damn,
is just
really?
a fuck up.
Damn.
I mean, man. Sometimes you just gotta. I mean, see, people don't like to face the reality of shit, man.
Yeah.
And and I never see my father didn't bring his kids up to be like that. Sometimes you got to face reality, So I mean, Ja, like I say, he got the money, and I mean, he he's going backwards, man, in life. He's going backwards in life, man. So do I think he gonna come in acting right, and then of course, going back to the whole partying life, partying world, man. Now, is he may keep it more low key, but do I think he totally changed? Hell no, man. It don't work like that, BJ and Rick. It don't work like that, man. Not when you got too much money. Man, money is big, man. Money is a lot, man.
Right.
Money don't rule everything, but I mean it does wonders.
It buys yes, man.
So it's like, man, I say this. Allen Iverson was a fuck up. See, a lot of people don't. I mean, he was a fuck up, man. And he speaks on it. How he is a lot of shit that if he can go back and change. And I know we all feel that way, if we can go back and change things. But I mean, Ja Morant, man, he's just going. It's kind of like he's going out the world backwards in a way, man. But Mingo, why I got you on here, man? Because I heard Thomas talking his shit about the Clippers, even though, we know this not a Clippers string right now. We're talking about Ja Morant. But them Suns, man, you still think they can get a game or two off us if we face them in the playoffs?
Let me answer. See, you want to say nothing? Fuck no. We're finna blister that boy. We're finna blister that ass.
Only thing I just want to say, man, about Kawhi, that boy's good, man. Y'all remember Coming to America? That boy's good.
That boy good. That's disrespectful. Good.
I mean, man,
he only good. Now wait a minute. Now you don't bust Ja Morant's ass. You want to come in here with some weak ass good?
No. I was just saying. I mean, Kawhi make them mid-range jump shot look like a fucking layup, man.
He do.
He make that shit look like a layup.
Hey, that man shoot damn near 60% almost in his last like 10 games.
And BJ, I noticed another thing too. The internet was dead once again, man.
Of course,
it was dead. Like I'm like, damn. They talking about LeBron MVP, which I know they're not gonna give Kawhi Defensive Player of the Year. They're not gonna do that. They damn sure ain't gonna give him no MVP. But they talking about LeBron. LeBron just fucking lost to the Spurs, man.
And blowout fashion.
I'm gonna tell you.
Hey, he don't come back. LeBron and Curry gonna miss the fucking play in. That gonna be a whole site right there.
I'm gonna tell you this. I'm gonna let OC go, and I'm gonna let Alex go after this. But that man trying to get the MVP and Defensive Player of the Year. He trying to be. That's why he's doing all this right now.
Who is that? Who you talking about?
Kawhi?
He's trying to get both.
BJ,
you think so?
He can try to get it. They not gonna give him that.
Yeah, they're not gonna give it to him because
they're not gonna give. Not this. They not doing that. They not doing that, man.
Even though he deserves it.
I don't see him having. I don't see him having another fucking choice. If he keep doing what he's doing, because y'all realize he fit. If he keep doing what he doing, he gonna be up over 30 points a game by the end of the year.
But what I'm saying is this. He already had 29, of course. But all I'm saying is this. You talking about Kawhi, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he already 29. But anyway, all I'm saying is this. Bro, everybody talking like it's a newfound discovery that Kawhi Leonard is good. Like, bro, that's not nothing new. We're not talking about something that everybody just found out yesterday. Like, bro, everybody know Kawhi. Everybody know he's the he when he's on that court, everybody know Kawhi can do what Kawhi do. Everybody know all of this. Kobe,
I can't tell you.
That he was wise.
Kobe,
I can't tell.
I heard.
Listen at what I'm saying. Listen at what I'm saying. Kobe, Jordan, and a lot of other greats said Kawhi was the best two-player in today's game. All those guys said that.
Yeah,
that's a lot. That's a big honor right there. You got them guys calling you the greatest, bro. That should make you feel like.
I know. Jordan said that. Where Kobe said that at?
Kobe said it too.
Kobe said it too.
Where is it? I looked that up. I need to talk shit.
It was on one of them. I don't watch so much stuff on Kobe, bro. They started just run together. But I remember Kobe saying,
"Yeah."
You talking about like an interview somewhere down the line years
ago?
Yeah,
it was like an interview. It was like an interview type thing, and he was talking.
Yeah.
I think it might have been after he was talking about Carmelo and T-Mac was the hardest dude he had to guard. I think it was like behind that or either I don't know. But anyway, yeah, he said it.
Let me get your thoughts, OC, on the Ja Morant coming back on Tuesday. What's your thoughts about Ja Morant coming back, man?
Man, I think he's gonna be on a short leash. I think him and Draymond when they come back to the game, they're gonna be on a short leash. I think they got to make examples out of them at this point. You know what I mean? If they keep fucking up at this point, like ain't no hope for them. You know what I mean? So I was just telling my nephew this, man. Like, look, if they don't get their shit together, they're gonna be out the league. Because they can't keep having this shit fuck up the brand. You know what I mean? They got a brand they got to protect. So if you keep allowing motherfuckers to just be fuck ups in the brand, your brand is going to go down quite naturally.
Right.
So.
Definitely. Alex, what you got, bro? What you got on the Ja Morant situation? What's your thoughts about him coming back?
I got a couple things on the Ja Morant. So I agree with everybody on the panel about Ja Morant's a great player, but I don't know if you guys have heard about I think it's Michael Irvin's son and T.I.'s son. They're kind of suffering the same thing. They're trying to become rappers, and they want to go back into that gangster shit lifestyle, the hood, the trap. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know if it's a young man's mentality or if it's a respect thing. I'm not sure exactly how, but Ja Morant has his father, right? He has his family together, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So he has that father figure there. So it's not. So does excuse me, Michael Irvin. He's there. So is T.I. He's there for his son. So what is that mentality that you have to go back?
But the difference with Ja though, he's such a higher breadwinner than his people that he's supposed to look up to, that he don't have no respect for them like he's supposed to. You know what I mean? Like they can't really tell him shit because he the breadwinner.
Right, I see. Well, so I guess maybe the ego plays into the part too.
Of course,
because the money, the power,
and he got too many yes men around him. He got too many yes men around him.
And another thing
he got enough real niggas around him.
Another thing about John, I think OC just said about if they're on a short leash, when you post guns online, what are you inviting? You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
You're inviting either you're gonna kill somebody or you're gonna get killed, and we're all trying to prevent that. I don't want to see none of that shit. You know what I'm saying? So if you need to get suspended again for the next one, if it's the whole season. It is what it is, man. Anything to prevent you from doing this shit again and inviting the wrong people to come see you, Because the worst case scenario is him killing somebody or him getting killed, and nobody wants to see that. So that's why somebody needs to speak to him, whether if his dad, an uncle, or one of his boys, or get all of his boys out of there, man. Or somebody's in his ear, and they need to go. Whoever that is, whispering in his ear, "Hey, let's go to the club. Let's make sure you got your guns or whatever." Right? They need to go because he don't need to be at the club.
No, he listened to rap music. He listened to his homeboys. It's a magnitude of all the motherfuckers.
And I'm gonna jump in on this topic too. When it, you brought up T.I., you know what I'm saying, and you brought up Michael Irvin, and also AI. Allen Iverson was brought up too early in the conversation. Here's the thing about Allen Iverson, though. He was about that life. I think that's the key difference. So I think back in that time, yeah, he was causing ruckus, and he was, kind of even changing the league far as how kids were influenced and how they were dressing and all that. And even people like Dwayne Wade were influenced by AI. But understand, AI was AI. I think even collectively on this panel, even though his lifestyle and how he thought wasn't, side by side with the NBA's rules, we still respected AI because we knew that was AI. I mean, the brother had his mother braiding his hair during games. Like that was him. And I think to some degree, you respect a person for being themselves. I mean, shoot, when it comes to AI, the reason why I'm kind of like the biggest difference to me is that regardless of what AI was doing, that was him. That was really AI. And you had no choice. Whether you liked him or not, you had no choice but to accept who he was, because that's who he was.
It wasn't the image.
It wasn't the image. And then when it comes to Ja Morant, and then when you bring up, T.I.'s son and also Michael Irvin's son, here's the key difference in that. They're all younger men. Even though AI was young, that was AI. He wasn't influenced by nothing. He comes from that. But when it comes to the other three people we talk about, it's like understanding this generation, they're very influenced. Like, even when you look at the entertainment business, let's remind ourselves, T.I.'s son, well, let's look at T.I. Look at the music he was putting out. Look at the lifestyle he lives. Look at all these things. So T.I. kind of created that Frankenstein, right? That your boy lives within your home. He sees how you live. He sees how you move. Even if that's not what you want him to do, he sees that daddy does that. And then
right.
Michael Irvin,
the respect daddy get from it too.
We all know that Michael Irvin. Yeah, we know that Michael Irvin has some, ups and downs throughout his career and his time out here as a famous person. But at the end of the day, your son is going to be influenced by some of the things you do. So I think ultimately, at the end of the day, when it comes to AI and the rest of the men that we're talking about and gentlemen that we're talking about, AI, we still respect it because we knew there wasn't no front. There wasn't no mask. That was the real guy. When it comes to the rest of these men like Ja Morant, T.I.'s son, and Michael Irvin's son, it's like, bro, you come from a gated community, man. Like, we understand that your pops, went to jail, had guns, and rap about gangster songs. We understand Michael Irvin's son that your father had these drug charges and stuff like that, and it was always in the news. But that's not you, young man. That's your father. That's not you. And what's crazy is I don't hear anything about AI's kids. You see what I'm saying? And so when it comes down to it, it's one of those things where I do have to place some of the blame on the parenting, because at the end of the day, T.I.'s son, Michael Irvin, grew up seeing this. But if we're going to use AI again, I don't hear AI's children all around the news. So that means that the fathers did play some role. And I do like, I forgot the brother that mentioned it, but I do like he said that money does kind of give you an ego and you probably make the most money. But if you have the right child ring and your child respects you, like for instance, Markel, no matter how rich he gets, this brother, whether I talk to him, don't check on him, don't call him, he'll call me. He'll text me. Hey, Dad, I love you. Hey, man, I'm thinking about you. Hey, Dad, I need to talk to you about something. Because as a father, I created that bond with him and let him know, like, hey, I'm not here to control you. I'm only here to show you what's the right path. So if you choose the wrong, I can't stop you, but understand I didn't raise you this way. You know what I want from you. And that's embedded inside of his mind and heart. So no matter what he grows up to becomes, he knows that he can always run back home. So with me saying that, as a father, I don't put on an image out here as a gangster. I don't put on an image out here as a negative influencer, because he can never come back to me as his father and say, I learned that from you. That'd be a total lie. So And so at the end of the day, this is why I would say, yes, Ja Morant, Michael Irvin, T.I.'s kids, all these people, like, they have a role to play in this, because whatever they were doing that we don't see on the screen, obviously their boys were influenced by it. But when I think about AI, he understands his past. He's his own man, and that's who he was. But AI must have did something right during that father and child stage, because he probably told those children, look, your father had a bad upbringing, but that's not you. I'm in the NBA. I'm taking all this hell for you so that you can have a normal lifestyle. And so I think it comes back to the foundation of parenting, man.
Right. I'm the bridge. You walk across me.
Mm-hmm.
You don't need to make your own.
That's a fact. That was eloquently put by Rick, man. That was eloquently put. Shoot. If y'all enjoying this podcast, man, make sure you guys hit the like button, which you got 29 likes. Shout out to Tyson Thomas for the $5 donation. Shout out to Tay for also the $10 donation through the super chat, man. Again, if you guys want to show your love to the podcast, make sure you guys hit the link with the Cash App, or hit the super chat button. And as well, if you guys want to share your the podcast, go ahead, as you guys freely do so on any platform: YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. We definitely appreciate all the love that y'all give us, man. Let me talk about our lasting thoughts about the Ja Morant situation. Do y'all feel like Ja is going to lead the Memphis Grizzlies to the playoffs?
I think it's a little too late.
Steven Adams is out, right? Still for the season?
Yeah.
They might have a shot for the play-in, but with Steven Adams out, I don't know. That's...
What about Brandon Clark?
I know he tore his Achilles. I don't know how much longer he out for.
What's the how many? What's the record?
6-18. 6-18.
6-18.
They ain't as bad as I thought it was, but I still think it's a little too late.
How many games is left?
So we had 25, 26.
Around 60, no? Around 60 left?
Yeah, we had 30%.
So what they need? They about 55 games left?
If
they're gonna do it, they need to hit the ground running.
Yeah, they gotta hit the ground super running.
All they gotta do is get to 500 to get in the play in. Then y'all do win one game.
This is standards right here.
With the West though, like it is, they're gonna have to hit the ground running, no shine.
And without Steven Adams, another.
See, the 10th seed is 500, 13-12. That's 500. That ain't worth a fuck. You can catch that shit.
They can, but
who else is up there?
They can, but
Lakers, Rockets.
It ain't gonna be easy because you gotta count on them. You gotta count on other teams losing too.
Yeah, but then you also have to count it that Ja Morant has to come back and start balling right away.
Right.
Like right away. You know what I'm saying? Like from game one that he comes back, he has to start.
Well, all he does is shoot layups and dunks. It ain't hard to get that going.
The Timberwolves is the number one seed.
Yeah, Timberwolves. That's for them boys.
I don't know, OC Love. All I know is Herm got on the panel and said he guaranteed Memphis gonna be a top 5 seed before the season started, and he knew Ja Morant was. That's all I care about.
Yeah, he did. He did.
That's what the man said. Top 5 seed.
Damn, the Timberwolves 19-5. Okay.
Yeah, man.
Nice.
OC Love, you need to get some bets in with Herm, man. I want you to make some money this year.
Man, Anthony Edwards, man.
Alex, you get you some money too.
How many Anthony Edwards average right now?
His average, let me see here.
He probably like 25, 26, somewhere in there.
24.2.
Oh, 24.2.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's solid.
It is.
I still believe it's still early. You know, I mean, right now it's cool. You know, the T-Wolves are on top of it, but it's still early in the season We still got almost 60 games.
Yeah, you know, teams gonna get hurt and shit too.
Yeah,
you know,
a lot can happen, and especially like with the Clippers. Like I said, I'm on board with you guys as far as title contenders, but still a lot of games, a lot of stuff can happen in almost 60 games. You know, and injuries. You know,
yeah, that's plenty of time to catch.
What happens if the Clippers like start losing like maybe 2 or 3 games or whatever, and then the chemistry starts falling apart? You know what I'm saying? What's going to happen then? So
The Timberwolves got
we
really
can get
good
it back.
defense.
We can get it right back.
I mean, hopefully yes, but you never know.
Well, what's gonna happen when we catch Minnesota? What's gonna happen then?
You know what our real issue is staying healthy. It ain't us losing the chemistry. I think we can get that back.
But we ain't lose no damn chemistry. All you gotta do is play defense. Defense is effort. It ain't about chemistry. It's about effort.
Thomas don't like chemistry.
No, he said what if the chemistry falls apart? That's what he said.
Yeah, that damn chemistry falling apart, man. It's about you get on the court and play, man. It's about effort. It's like that's one thing I get Hearn. Hearn said he wanted. It's about when Kawhi gets healthy, 100% healthy. Is he gonna insert his wheel? Well, inserting your damn wheel ain't got nothing to do with damn chemistry.
Shit, 36 on 12 for 16 and just 3 quarters is kind of asserting your will. I think.
I think BJ's on. I think BJ said it. I think he's on it. Kawhi's acting like he wants the MVP and defense player of the year. That's what he's acting like.
Yeah, he wants both. And he's shooting. And the thing about it is he's shooting. The shooting splits is what's getting me. Like scoring part is cool, but your shooting splits, shooting over 50% from the 2 and like 50 from the 3 and like 89 from the line, like that's what's crazy, man. Like that's what no one's doing that in the league right now.
That man got a better fucking shoot percentage than LeBron, Westbrook, and fucking Giannis got layup package percentage.
That's crazy, Sean.
But I tell you one thing. That Timberwolves defense ain't no joke. I'm telling you that now. That shit is not no joke.
Ours is nice too.
I ain't saying it ain't nice. I'm just saying the Timberwolves zone ain't no joke.
Yeah, it's straight.
Well, it can be nice. They can take it home, put it on their couch, and polish it up for next year.
Mm-hmm. It sounds good.
That's what the hell they gonna do.
It sounds good. You talk a good game.
That's all the way. Clip game.
Sean talk a good game, boy.
Man, yeah, man. Kawhi and Paul George gonna get their 30. They ain't got nobody over there gonna stop it. Ain't nobody stopping Kawhi from getting his 30, Rick.
Okay.
Y'all know that. We all know that.
You took a good game, bro.
And I ain't talking a good game. It's what you see on the court, what they do.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
We
got the best off.
Go ahead.
You got the best.
Rick. Go ahead, Rick.
No, I was gonna say is that all I know is the West is like everybody fighting over there. Like that, the East looks kind of cemented a little bit, but that West, I feel like anybody can go up, down. Like it's a war over there.
Exactly. Anybody can get shot down. Anybody can come up. Bro, it's hard to say right now, especially we're like 1 quarter into the season. Maybe after All-Star break, when April, when it's closer to the playoffs, we can find out who's who really. But
make sure you clip all this shit, BJ.
Hey, check this out. I will say,
make sure. I'm tired, Rick. I'm tired of hearing about people. Rick, I be tired of hearing about people who ain't never done nothing in their life on the court. Get all the respect as if they fucking Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. But yet the people who done this shit on the court get the respect as if they fucking Rex Chapman.
Rex Chapman, God.
I'm just saying, clip all this shit, man. Clip all these fucking audios. Every last one of them.
Hey,
especially when I heard them on here. Clip all this nonsense.
I'll say this though, Sean. I ain't as boastful as Sean, but I will say this, man. If we stay healthy and keep this defense rolling like it is now, we're gonna march to the top. I don't give a fuck who in our way.
You know what's gonna make these people right, OC? Is if Ty Lue falls in love with playing all offense, then a lot of these people will be right. As long as he keeps making defense priority, bro, there ain't no way out for the league. We got too much scoring, they can't stop it, and we got too much defense, they can't score now. Hey, that's just the reality. I mean, it ain't got nothing to do with nothing else. I'm a Hawks guy. If the Clippers play the Hawks, man, I'm gonna be in that arena rooting against y'all. You understand that, right? Clippers ain't my team. I just know the best player on the court when I see it, and it ain't Trae Young. I wish it was.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna root against y'all. If y'all play the Clippers, I'm rooting against y'all. I don't give a fuck if we the 14th seed. I'm gonna root for the Hawks to win. That's my number one shit. But see, me, I ain't no fucking Memphis homer. I ain't no Phoenix Sun homer. I ain't no Dallas Maverick homer. I ain't no Denver homer. I know what team has the best shit on the court. And it ain't my Hawks. And it ain't nobody else. It's the fucking Clippers. And it gets proven every time dude is on the court healthy. And I don't know how many times we got to watch this shit to keep doubting it. But to be honest with you, BJ, they do it. They actually helping the Clippers. All the haters. This is why Kawhi's playing like this. This is why Kawhi playing like this.
I like it.
Come up,
I like it.
cause motherfuckers run them out. Kawhi said, "Wait a minute, y'all realize I was hurt, right? Y'all want to kick a dead dog while he got run while he's down."
John, we gotta leave this for the Clipper talking about a couple hours. That's why I said we gotta.
Oh, I thought they were talking about I thought they was talking about standings and shit. I thought that
we gotta let's close this out and let's get some last minute thoughts, and then we're gonna go to the Clipper live in a couple hours. But I'm gonna let y'all close it out with y'all last thoughts.
Yeah, Ja got to get his shit together. Draymond,
I agree with that.
Together. They got to get their shit together, man, or they're gonna be out this league, man. I'm telling you.
Hey, OC Mingo and Drizzlies not coming here and fried that man, Ja Morant. Hey, I ain't a fried this dude, huh? Especially the Drizzlies. Damn, the Drizzlies went at his neck.
Fuck up.
He said he made a fuck up.
Hey, I can't even.
But nah, man, they let Draymond get away with everything. OC. They let Draymond get away with murder. How the hell they? Ja Morant got like 6 more chances before he gets in too bad trouble. The way they let Draymond, Draymond out here choking motherfuckers out. Kicking them in the balls, throwing Mike Tyson haymakers. Like this man, what? If Draymond ain't kicked out of the league, bro, I don't think Ja Morant can get kicked out.
No, but you gotta think about it like this though. Even though he ain't got as many fuck ups as Draymond, his magnitude is higher though. The magnitude of his fuck up is higher.
Yeah.
I don't know. I lose more respect for Draymond than I do for Ja.
No, you gotta think about it because the potential for violence is higher. You understand? When you bring in guns in the situation, that can cause innocent people's lives to be lost. That's why they're looking at it like that.
Yeah. And ultimately, the NBA is a league, right? Like their organization. So, a dude knocking somebody out, the dude carrying guns. Yeah, it's like we've seen people get knocked out in the NBA's past, but when it comes to guns, like you said, that brings a different kind of energy.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, to even kind of using it as a backdrop, Gilbert Arenas. I mean, when he brought that, they shut that down quick. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think that's why his whole career ended. Like, they shut it down quick, so they don't play with guns.
Yeah,
and that's why with Ja Morant, he has a good chance to bounce back from this because it could end like Gilbert Arenas' career. Because after that, I think that was at his peak, and then after that, he just kind of just flatlined.
What did Gilbert do, Alex? What did Gilbert do?
There was like some kind of gambling debt. I think they were playing cards, and then they got threatened in the locker room or something like that, right? And then Gilbert, I think the other dude bought guns too. I think
they both did.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, they both did. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And it was over some gambling cards or some shit like that. I think.
Yeah, it was about a debt. It was about a debt.
Oh well, I hope Hearn don't pull out no guns when he has to pay us all his debt.
You safe? You on the internet?
Yeah, I'm on the internet. We say, yeah. He about to owe a lot. Rick, make sure you hire a security guard that week now.
Hey man, you know what I'm
We need an internet security guard for the internet thug.
We're gonna need a bulletproof. We need Superman. We need a bulletproof person there.
Neo, we need Neo, bro. Fuck. No, for real. Like that's the next step. Is either I think the NFL has this. Like they have people to look out for their star players when they go to clubs to drive them home. You know, to make sure
hell, any human needs that. Anybody that's got brain cells needs that.
Hey, don't hire me. I ain't taking a gunshot for nobody. Hey,
damn, Rick, you ain't gonna be no Gene Deal.
Hey, nah, that look like it hurt.
Yeah, that's for you, dog. That was meant for you.
How they say that bullet got your name on it. I'm over here just talking about basketball.
You have everything that's meant for you.
Hey, like I said, I believe in the Lord, but I don't want to see him too soon.
Right.
I don't think you're seeing soon.
No, I ain't taking no bullet for no.
I don't know, Rick. You not to be bullshitting around with your help though. I don't trust you either. You don't be taking care of yourself. You might be up there hanging out with Jesus.
Hey man, I'd rather die by a Big Mac meal than a 40. I'll tell you that right now.
Yeah, I want extra salt. I want extra sauce in my Big Mac too, damn.
I'd die by some high cholesterol before I meet a 9mm. That's all. I pick my death.
Yeah, it won't be no 9s on the pull-up. There'll be some 9s over there on the ticket TV when he starts shooting at his TV when the Lakers get their ass whooped. That's y'all say he throws shit at his TV. He finna be throwing bullets at it this year.
Oh man, well, you know what? You better be careful. When bullets go through that TV and hit somebody, he gonna be looking like Ja. He gonna be looking crazy.
Yeah.
He would.
Hey, forget all that.
But hey, there might be some Golden State fans on suicide watch right now too.
Come on, man. Why you gotta throw shots at me for?
Yeah, I'm saying.
I keep forgetting Alex a damn Golden State fan. He be in here. I be thinking he a Clipper fan half the time.
No, that's all good. Like I said, bro, I'm an NBA fan. I like basketball. You know what I'm saying? So right now, I'm seeing the Clippers, what they can be. I see their potential to have a dynasty. You know, they have the firepower, they have the defense, the coaching looks like it's getting there. So I'm jumping on board, bro. I see it. I see the potential. You know, so that's why I'm here.
Yeah.
Oh, the potential always been there.
Y'all got 4 rings in this era already. Shit, let us have one.
Hey, yeah. Hey, OC, they gave Draymond 4 rings. Now he's saying he can choke people out and shit.
Hey, if you get one, bro, you have the possibility of getting multiple.
No, I know that. I know that for sure. I watched Jordan get 6. I'm talking about. I just want to start with 1.
Hey, go. OC said go to state just right down the road, man. All you do is just drive over there and drop the shit off, man. Ain't that hard?
I just want 1. That's it. That's all I ain't asking for much.
Yeah, let's start with 1 so we can shut these haters up first, and then we move on from there.
You got LeBron winning these tournaments, man. You know what I'm saying? He getting.
They count them as rings, Rick. They count them as rings.
Yo, I heard about that. You know what? It was hysterical. When I saw that
shit is hilarious. That shit is hilarious to me.
If AD don't come back, he's gonna be the first player to win the NC tournament and miss the play-in tournament all at one time.
Hey,
I ain't joking either. I'm dead ass. They ain't going nowhere without AD. They gonna be down there fight. They're gonna be down there fighting with Golden State and Memphis trying to get number 10 seed.
I agree with you on that.
I forgot I was watching somebody's podcast and they was like, "Yo, LeBron winning this, man. Like Jordan never would have did." And I said, "Bro, is you on?" No, I was like, "Y'all out of control out here."
And you know,
somebody can 3 people. They can't win an in-season tournament, man. How fucking ignorant that sound?
No, not even better than that, Shine. A motherfucker can go 800 some games without losing 2-3 games in a row and can't win an in-season tournament. Come on now.
You're right. That shit funny as hell.
This nigga can go a whole decade with not going a 3-game losing streak, but he can't win an in-season tournament.
Hey, Hey, Rick, they better sit. Memphis better get on the phone with the GM and go make some fucking trades. And Bradley Beal don't come back. They're gonna be sad when KD, LeBron, and Curry miss the fucking play in.
Man,
That's gonna be hard to swallow. That's gonna be hard to swallow right there.
You know, but you know what's crazy about that little in-season shit? Look who they played to win that shit. Look at their record to get that. Look who they played.
They didn't play no top 5 teams.
Gus go.
Hey, that was the sub 500 tourney right there, man.
Hey, BJ, don't you got that?
Hey, let's say being Bruce.
Don't you got that?
I think the Suns were top 7, and that was it in the West. That was it.
Where Bruce at, man? Bruce, get your ass up here and roast on Ja Morant, man. We need something to laugh about.
It's a little breakdown of who they played. It's like they played like all losing teams to get there.
Yeah, the easiest group out of all 3.
You talking about the Suns?
No, I'm talking about the Lakers.
Hey, OC, they had the weakest strength of schedule in the league.
That shit so
it was bad. It was bad, man. They faced in the in-season tournament. They faced the Suns, the Jazz, the Blazers, and the who was the 4th team they faced? The Pacers in the bracket play, and then they beat the Pelicans, which probably was their best challenge. But they pool was hella weak.
Super weak
to get there.
Them guys put a
Grizzlies was in their in season 2. Grizzlies.
Yeah, that's the biggest setup in NBA history.
Right, they had the weakest bracket of all 6 brackets within it.
This how you know you're a real competitor, OC. See, if the Clippers didn't play nobody, I wouldn't even brag about this shit. I wouldn't even talk about winning that weak ass tournament.
Right,
because that's the competitor in me. I don't give a fuck about beating these bums. And y'all talking about hang a banner?
They talking
what's the competition at? Where's your heart? Where's your heart and grit at?
Sean, they not just talking about hanging a banner. They talking about parades and counting as a ring for them and everything.
Well, damn, the Clippers when the Clippers go on this 20-0 run, they fucking need to have a parade then. Fuck.
Hey man, LeBron said he the first to do it, so that's all that matters. You know what I'm saying?
He said, hey Rick, he said Austin Reeves had a better flu game too. That Jordan shit wasn't.
Man.
Oh yeah, oh my god,
man.
That Jordan shit wasn't nothing.
Damn.
Hey man, you know, I try to be diplomatic about certain things. I mean, if you grew up watching LeBron, that's all you know. Hey, fair enough.
I ain't mad at you. If that's all you know, I ain't even mad at you because you don't know no better.
Yeah, but you gotta put this in perspective too. Like when you're talking to other fans, you can't just like shit on everybody else. Shit on Kobe, shit on Jordan, shit on Magic, shit on everybody. Like, no, you can't do that because just because you've seen LeBron, which is fine, like I said, it's fine, but you have to also recognize everybody that came before him too. Everybody.
Right. That's what killed me about LeBron fans.
I mean, how I look at it is like this. If you had this tournament all the way starting back in the 60s, so that means that, your boy Russell will win every one, right? He'll win every single one. So it's like, does that really determine, we look at it, he got 11 championships. Like he got the real hardware. So it's one of those things where I get it. Like I said, I try to look at things from an overall, forecast. And a lot of players in the league today, they'll tell you that LeBron is their favorite player, but they was kids watching LeBron playing in the league in his prime. So it's one of those things where, I understand the crowd I'm talking to, and LeBron is one of the, top players of all time. So I definitely ain't going to poop on him, but to say that other players in past history of the NBA wouldn't go just as hard. It's like, come on, man. First of all, they didn't need an incentive to play hard during the regular season. I think that was the whole tournament. They play hard regardless.
That's my point.
So, LeBron, he did make a statement. I'm fair to people. He did make a statement by saying, I won this so the young guys can get paid. If that is true, and I'm gonna take it as truth because it came from his mouth, that's a good look. I like that. You looking out for your brothers.
Right. Right.
Yeah, and then he's gonna trade him. So let's also, come on. Like, I understand he said that, but I think that's for the cameras, just so people can be like, oh yeah, he did something nice for his players. Man, just like that, he'll trade him, and it's over. And then,
he publicly trained for real.
He got paid. I said, okay.
His PR is next to nobody. His PR is next to nobody.
He is a businessman. I will say that. He is a businessman.
But I say this though. The thing about LeBron fans that kill me is they, out of all of the fanboys out there, they like to shit on other players more than I've seen anybody else. And they praise losing more than anybody else. Like, it's okay, the man, he lost, man. Just admit it. Going to the finals ain't the same as winning the championship.
Facts.
I mean, Magic went what 9 times, but we remember the 5 he won.
Right.
That's just how it goes.
Hey, how many did Kobe go to, Rick?
He went to 7.
Did he go like the 7, 9 years or some shit like that?
He went to 7, but we remember the 5. That's what I'm saying. We remember the 5. So he went to 7. But it's like
they were one player that we remember the losses in. We don't do that shit in tennis, golf.
I will continue to say this until the day I die, man. And I love how Nelly said it in his old song. What does it take to be number 1? 2 is not a winner, and 3 nobody remembers. It's just facts.
Facts.
But what you know about Nelly, Rick? You don't know about no St. Lunatics?
Hey, man, I grew up with St. Lunatics. Like, Nelly was hot.
Hell yeah, we're hot. That shit was busting. Hey, St. Lunatics and G Unit, boy, they had shit on lock, boy.
Murphy Lee, all them cats back then was killing the game.
Oh yeah. I was listening to Murphy Lee greatest hits the other day.
At the end of the day, man, I'm an NBA fan. Just like Alex, man, I love the NBA. Everybody know my favorite player currently is Greek, but it's like I'm fair, man. I'm a fair criticizer, man. It's like, look, I'm never pooping on nobody, but if we gon' talk about accomplishments, it's not even really a fair debate to say because he won this tournament that the past greats wouldn't have did the same thing. And we know what the past greats were capable of. And then when it comes to the context of the tournament, it's to make these players today to want to come play basketball. You didn't have to ask that from the 90s or the 80s. You didn't have to ask that from them. They came and played, man. They were ready to go at you. So, I mean, when you look at it from that context, it's harder for the older crowd of the people who saw other great players play to really accept it. You're not poo-pooing on nobody. It's just that they didn't need a battery in their back to come play. They came to play.
You ain't have to buy the competitive spirit, huh?
Hey, there was people still missing in the play in that end season tournament, man. Jamal Murray was on.
Oh, Sean, my fault, Sean. We gotta let
a face on here.
We gotta let our man P5 in the building, man. What's good, P5? Let's see
what's good.
Salute.
What's the convo? What did I just walk into? What's going on?
Damn, P5, how you come out here don't you know the title of the show, man?
We're still talking about Ja.
Yeah. Anytime you come up, that's your first
What's the convo? I always ask what the convo is. I don't want to change any topics.
Basically, do you think Ja returning, is he gonna make it to the playoffs, man? Do you think
no, it's too late. I think it's too late for the Grizzlies to make the playoffs.
Right.
The Western Conference is too competitive, and the Grizzlies I just think are a bad team flat out. So I mean, I think it's a little too late, but I mean they can maybe they can maybe get close to like maybe a play-in push, maybe, but that's about it. And if they make the play-in, who knows what's going to happen? But I think the West at this point is just a little too competitive. And like, what are the Grizzlies right now? They're like 9 games below 500.
6 and 18.
Like 6 and 18. Yeah, they're 12 games below 500. It's just too late. I think it's too late for them. But they can maybe get closer to 500, maybe. But we'll just have to see where that has them ending up, right? But I think it's a little too late for them at this point.
Okay.
So
Herm gonna be mad as hell.
Let me ask you this, P5. So what do you think Ja Morant personally as a player? How do you feel about Ja Morant's game? Is he one of your top, favorite point guards, or what is your honest thoughts about Ja Morant as the player?
He's a top 20 player in the league, I think, when he's playing. Or you could argue, honestly, top 15. Ja Morant is unreal Defensively, he has his issues, but he's one of the best in the league at getting to the rim. Amazing finisher, amazing passer and playmaker. And he really, so much of that Grizzlies offense revolves around Ja Morant. I get it. He's had his playoff woes at times, but I mean, I just think that Ja Morant gets a little hated sometimes because of his personal things, and we kind of overlook what he does on the court. At the end of the day, Ja Morant's like a top 5 bare minimum point guard in the league. He's one of the best passers and playmakers. Like I said, the finishing ability. He's a good enough shooter to where it keeps defenses honest, at least. And I think Ja's just an incredible player. He's amazing, and he is one of my favorite players to watch. He's one of my favorites.
Fair enough.
Facts,
He's incredible.
Facts.
P5.
Nice.
P5.
Yo.
Kawhi still lost his step or not?
Oh no, he's back. Kawhi's back. Kawhi's back. I think Kawhi's back.
Okay, then I'm
willing to take Kawhi's own word for it, saying that he's played himself into shape. He's played at an MVP level the last 10 plus games. I mean, Kawhi's back. He's back, which is good for the league. I love Kawhi, and he's one of my favorite players because of what he did for my Raptors back in 2019. So, it's always great to see Kawhi healthy and playing super well.
Hey, what's the biggest trade rumors out of Toronto? Where's OG and Pascal going?
Sacramento, I've heard Miami, I've heard New York, or not New York. I've heard Miami.
No, which player?
Siakam or OG. What the Raptors want is Keegan Murray and other stuff for Siakam or OG. So they're really holding OG and Siakam at like the same trade value, which I thought was interesting.
Yeah.
But I've heard Golden State. I've heard Golden State, Philly. I've heard.
I'm gonna tell you the move now. That'll shake up the fucking East. If Rick Masters Bucks go there and get OG, they got somebody to guard all the best players now. Giannis can just do his thing. That'll shake up the East right there.
It would. I'm just not so sure what assets Milwaukee even has left, but we would
they
have
got
to see
picks.
what Milwaukee
Don't y'all want picks too?
We do want picks, but I don't think Milwaukee has any picks until like 2027, 2028. And I'm not so sure how Toronto's going to value them.
Sorry, Rick. RIP to the Dame and Giannis duo.
Look, Bubba will tell you straight up, man. We have personal conversations all the time. I'm still mad at Greek, man, for getting his butt whooped by Jimmy like he did. So he got to prove that shit.
Yeah, the Heat lost too much defense. I was trying to tell Big Tone that he ain't gonna hear shit about that. Nothing negative about the Heat, but the Heat lost too much defense. Y'all beat the Heat.
I think
I was telling BJ that. I said, man, they lost they lost damn near half the team. I understand you can flip over 1 or 2 players, right? You might find a Gabe Vincent, somewhere, but to lose everything they lost, I believe the Bucks can beat them.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Right now, how I'm feeling, I just need to see it. Because after that embarrassment, I'm kind of quiet this year.
Well, yeah, I will say this. Y'all, BJ said it too. Y'all got to close them now. It's like used to. If you ever had, see, that's the thing. That's the biggest thing that everybody misses. That's why BJ should have won all the debates. P5 was over there. Shaq and Giannis are not closing no fucking games in their history to win a playoff series. They're not gonna do it, right? Even when the Bucks was winning, Middleton was the one hitting the damn shots to close the game because Giannis and Shaq have liabilities. But y'all got Dame now, and BJ might be right about this. Y'all might have Dame. Y'all got a damn closer where y'all giving the ball, you can't just hack him. Worst case scenario, y'all get into a possession for possession. Y'all just take Giannis off the court so they can't hack him. Let Dame score, and then when y'all come back down, if you have to put Giannis back in for defense, if you get a timeout or a foul or something, you put Giannis back in for defense. But y'all actually got a guy now. The Giannis ain't got to be on the court to close the game. When I say that, I mean for that offensive possession, I'm saying he don't need to be on the court. That's if they even go to hack and Shaq with it, because I assume you got Dame. Everybody's scared of Dame in closing time. I assume they're gonna have to start fouling Giannis so that the Bucks can't score. But I would imagine.
But let's go back to what you were talking about earlier with the Clippers, though. Here's the problem with the Bucks is the defensive end. when I watched, I mean,
Oh, hell yeah.
You
Hell
got,
yeah.
you got a closer, right? You know, yeah, you got Dame as a closer, but damn, we need to stop people too. And Dame be getting
They're having
ran.
trouble. They're having trouble
What,
at the
what about Milton? Has Milton got his defense back?
Nah, Milton ain't.
Middleton's still working back into it.
Yeah.
He's still working back into it. For
They're
the
having
Bucks.
trouble at the point of attack.
Look, at the end of the day,
Tell the call Terrence man, he'll fix that.
basketball is a
Nah,
two-way
they can't
game.
have-
And when I see it with the Bucks with their defense, and their defensive ratings are already trash. And then on top of that, when you just do the eye test and look at them, it's like, bro, yeah, we can put out points, but we ain't stopping nobody from scoring. And that's the bad part.
Hey, yeah. I didn't want y'all to get Dame. I told BJ that before the offseason, man. I said, I understand they're getting the closer, but man, y'all get the Bucks giving up too much. Like Drew will actually go out and get you 30. Now he's not gonna average 30, but in the big game, that man can get you 30 and play lockup on D. But if you get Dame, you get the 30, but you're gonna give up 30 on the other end.
And that's what I'm saying. We can't be trading
Right.
baskets when it come down to it. You know, we
Right,
got a
right.
closer, but we can't be trading because all it takes is for the other oppositional team to get hot. And we've seen that with the Pacers this year. When Halliburton and the rest of them boys start cooking and we not stopping them, man, they making us look like fifth graders, bro. It's embarrassing.
Well,
Hey, just a real quick question. Are you saying that Giannis shouldn't be on the floor because now they have Damon Middleton in those last few minutes of a game? Or are you saying
no? If they go hacker Giannis,
if they were to go hacker Giannis?
Yeah, because like in other words, if the Bucks
that would have to be outside of 2 minutes because I don't think you can do that within 2 minutes of a game. But
yeah, that's why I said down in closing the games out, down the stretch. If they if you come down P5, if I'm the coach, I come down and you get inside the limit, whatever limit is, and the first thing you do is hack my guy, right?
Yeah.
So as soon as you hack him, now I know. All right, that's what you about to start doing for the rest of the game. So when I get the ball, I'm gonna have to try to dodge that. And that's what I'm saying. You could possibly, if you get a timeout, if you get a rebound and a quick timeout, you can take him out of the game, let Dame go down and score the ball, and then you worry about defense after that or something. That's all I was saying. Now the coach take him out of the game for like a whole full quarter. Hell no, that ain't what I'm saying.
I just think that if you're talking about how much that team struggles defensively, Giannis is just way too valuable on that side of the floor to just take off the court. I just think
I mean just for the offensive possession. Like say you get the rebound, P5. You get a rebound, and if I'm the coach, I get a rebound, and I see P5 is the other coach, and you're gonna hack Giannis, and I get the rebound. I can call timeout immediately as soon as I get my hands on the ball, and then when I come back out timeout, I had Giannis off the court for offensive possession. That way you can't hack him. But see, the thing is, Giannis gonna have to make free throws, or when it gets close to time, they just gonna hack Giannis, and Dame ain't gonna get the score because Giannis gonna be over there clanking free throws. So that's what I was saying. Like you get the rebound, if you had to, you got the rebound, use the timeout, get him out of the game, go down, get your bucket with Dame, and then go from there. But that's also a liability. It's a big liability, and that's why, yeah. Closing the games out is big as hell. That's another reason why the Clippers are going to be even more deadly in the playoffs. They ain't gonna have Westbrook on the court to miss free throws. You're gonna have Harden. So that's why I also said the Bucks go get OG Anunoby, but they could do like a 3 or 4 or 5 team trade. Like a lot of people get caught up in trades as if it's just a one-on-one trade. That's not the case. Like the Clippers, that big trade they had, man, there was like 5 teams involved in that damn trade.
Yeah, I just think that the Bucks. I'm just because at the end of the day, if you're gonna get OG Anunoby, especially with how much the Raptors are valuing OG, they're valuing him like he's Pascal Siakam. Like they're gonna want a Pascal type package, which is multiple picks probably, and a young player. The Bucks are gonna have to give up something, and I'm just not unless teams are higher on Marjon Beauchamp or higher on him than I thought they might be. I just don't really see. Or unless the Raptors would value like a 2030 first round pick, I just don't think I'm just not so sure what Milwaukee would even be able to give up, because even if it is a 3 or 4 team trade, they're gonna have to give up something, right? If they can't just rely on.
Well, yeah, you give up something. You give up Portis, or you give up Brook Lopez. You give up some 20-30 picks, because other teams
value on that.
Because other teams will put players in there for the Raptors. Like if the Raptors get back, say y'all get back a young player from Orlando, a young up and coming player from Orlando, in a 3 or 4 team deal with the Bucks, Raptors, Orlando, or the Pacers or somebody. Like y'all will still get what y'all want, but it'll be from different teams. It won't all necessarily be from the Bucks.
Okay.
Because see,
so
some
now
teams.
What are the Bucks getting? Or so now what are those other teams getting in return? Because they're not going to give up a young player to benefit the Bucks. They're going to have to get something back, and the Bucks are still going to have to give up something. Like, so are you telling me that like maybe Brook Lopez and Bobby Portis are valuable to those teams? Because again,
to playoff teams, to young playoff teams.
Would Milwaukee even trade Brook Lopez and Bobby Portis because they don't have that much depth at the big man position as it is? So I mean, like it's walking a fine line.
I would. I would because they need defense. What do you want? You want me to keep Brook Lopez just so I can get sent home? The hell good does that do me?
Well, I'm not so sure.
I need defense.
I'm not so sure what an OG for Lopez swap does for Milwaukee. Unless you're just super high on Giannis as an interior defender, and you think he can give you meaningful minutes at the center position. Fine. I think Brook Lopez is also just super valuable to that team and fits so perfectly well next to Giannis. So I'm just not sure how that would work. And OG is a guy that wants the ball in his hands more. So again, I'm not so sure how that would fit with the Bucks either. So I mean, I'm just not.
So OG's complaining about for the ball down there.
Yeah, he wants the ball. He wants it. That's the reason why Toronto's trying to move him, because he wants a bigger role in the offense, and he's not good at it, but he wants a bigger role in the offense. So that that calling the question his fit with Chris Middleton, I'm just not so unless OG fits into a role where he's just a great 3-and-D, that could be great. But then again, does Milwaukee lose too much on the interior? I don't know. It's just I don't think Milwaukee is a big OG destination. I just don't think it is. Again, I think Sacramento, Philly, Golden State, Miami, like those are the teams, or New York even. Those are the teams you should look out for when it comes to OG Anunoby. Same with Pascal Siakam even. But I mean, yeah.
The Bucks better get some defense. That's what they better do.
Yeah, they need.
They got the other. Don't they got the other Lopez off the bench?
Robin Lopez.
I put him in the game at center if I can get OG Anunoby. Because OG Anunoby is a big upgrade, and I wouldn't even keep. If I had to ship off Milton, I'd ship off Milton. If I get Dame, OG, and Giannis, I put Lopez, I put Milton on the trade block, because at the end of the day, P5, you can either trade these pieces while you can trade them, or you're gonna be dumb like Toronto and lose them, and they get nothing back from them like they did Fred VanVleet. Well, that's why y'all GM is on the hot seat.
Oh yeah, we do need to trade Pascal and OG, because if we just lose them for nothing, that would be an absolute disaster.
Hell yeah.
But I mean,
you just lost Fred VanVleet for nothing.
I just don't think Milwaukee is the destination, because I'm not even sure how much value Chris Middleton has at this point.
But Jerry is so stubborn, man. He want to rob motherfuckers.
He's trying to. He's on his Daryl Morey timing right now. That's what he's on. He's on his Daryl Morey timing.
Yeah. He gonna be out of there if they lose Pascal and OG
for nothing,
and Fred VanVleet for nothing. His ass gone. I don't care. I don't care.
I think OG's next year, but if they lose Pascal and Fred VanVleet 2 years in a row for nothing,
shit, that's bad enough right there.
That's not. It's just not good team building. It's just not. Toronto's trying to be like Chicago. They're just trying to be competitive. They don't want to tank, which frustrates me, because I mean that's just this team's ceiling is like the first round exit. That's their ceiling. So I mean I don't know. It's frustrating, but Raptors suck.
Hey, P5, do you think we should blow it up?
Yeah, we should blow it up. 1,000%.
Hell yeah, they should blow that shit up 3 years ago.
We should have blown it up last year at the deadline, but we didn't for some reason.
Hell yeah.
So then,
I ain't throwing no shots. I'm just being honest.
I agree. They should have did last year though.
We should have did it last year. Because now these guys aren't expiring contracts, and now you're even in more pressure to trade them, and that can give other teams leverage. And we know you don't want to lose them for nothing, so we're not going to offer you everything to get Pascal, right? So they should have done it last year. Because they don't have any leverage in any of these trade talks anymore. So I mean,
who you want from my Hawks?
From the Hawks?
I need Pascal. Who you want? I give you something.
Shit, I would want AJ Griffin. I would want AJ Griffin.
You can have a NBA
you can have
team, man.
I want DeAndre Hunter.
Fantasy league.
You can have him. He a good defender, but he ain't locking up motherfuckers like they say he is.
Well, honestly, I might honestly want a Kungwu over AJ or something like that. I would want those guys.
Yeah. That's what I was expecting you to say.
Yeah, I would want a Kungwu for sure, and maybe like 2 picks at least. That's what Atlanta. That's what Toronto's asking for, and I mean, they're just not. They're just never gonna get it. They're just never.
Hell no, they ain't gonna get it. That's why they still in Toronto. That same way. That's why we didn't get Fred VanVleet when Kawhi said I want him.
But yeah,
y'all wanted T-Man and we ain't giving T-Man. Yeah. And now everybody see why. I've been preaching this shit for 2 years and everybody called me a fool, man. I'm like, man, y'all just don't see. I play ball though. I know it's different than watching shit on TV. I played the game. I know what T-Man gonna do.
Telling motherfuckers too, man. They don't believe in the little things on the basketball court. All they believe in is scoring.
Yeah, that's it. That's it. That's why Kawhi wanted Fred VanVleet and Lowry, man. Space the floor, less turnovers, shoot the ball, hit the big shots, take charges. He didn't want him to come over there and damn average 20 and 10. Kawhi know what the hell he doing. He wanted him to come over there and space the court and not turn the ball over and control the game until I get in my little position. When I stick my hand up, give me the ball, get the hell out of the way, and we'll win. That's all you got to do for as a point guard. Harden just does all that plus some. But it's a reason.
Salute to y'all.
Salute. Yeah, we probably gotta get ready to close this one out because we gotta get to the next stream in about what time is it? About a couple hours. We're gonna get to our next stream.
I need to go open a bottle of Jack. I need to go open a bottle of Jack for that stream, Rick.
You gonna celebrate like LeBron?
Yeah. You know the LeBron lovers will be in on that stream. I can go ahead and get good at tips for that one, so I can start busting some heads open.
Busting some heads.
Yeah.
We some head busters.
We're gonna be on a 15. We're gonna be on a 15-game winning streak, and they still gonna be over here hating.
Of course they are. Of course they are. Get ready for it. Embrace it.
We gonna
Herm gonna come on here with a nonsense, get kicked out by BJ being rude in 30 seconds, and then LeBron podcast gonna come over here. He gonna talk his dumb shit. He gonna be bragging about how they beat 500 basketball team. They're about to be out the fucking play-in, but they still somehow better than Clippers.
Hey, Thomas. So some advice. I don't know if you're gonna take it or not, but when the Warriors were running through their dynasty, the sports talk radio over here all the time was saying, "Hey, let's wait until All-Star break. Let's wait until after All-Star break because even though the Warriors, I think it was 2016 when they won like 21 straight to start off the season or something like that. I think they broke a record, right? Yeah, they look good, right? But still, I think Steph." I think he injured his ankle, and we're like, oh, and then he came I think a little bit after our All-Star break, he came back, and then we were still worried, you know what I'm saying? So there's all these little things that can happen. And
was that your first title run?
I know it was throughout the whole 4 or 5 years when they were, going to the finals against LeBron. So I'm just like, hey,
y'all was worried?
No,
y'all was worried?
Yeah, because bro, we still didn't know that Steph Curry was out of that injury bug, because he kept getting hurt, bro. We still didn't know that he might have, busted another ankle, sprained another,
shit. He ain't gonna be hurt every year, Alex.
Yeah,
you can't think like that.
Now.
That's what the haters want you to think. You do know that. You do know that. Steph Curry, nobody's gonna be hurt every year. Never.
Yeah, but at the time we didn't know because he was so injury prone.
He hadn't proved it yet, is what you're saying.
Yeah, so now we can say that, but back then we didn't. So same thing. You're in the same situation where I'm glad for you guys. No. I'm rooting for you guys. I know I'm supporting you guys, but
what's shining
down just a little bit.
I agree with.
I mean, yeah. If you hurt, but that's why if you ever hear me talk or ever read my messages, it says plain as day, when healthy. You've never heard me speak and not say when healthy, this, and this. But see, also, that's the same as if you go to Vegas, right, Alex? You go to Vegas and you put down a preseason bet. Right. You understand when you put your money down, you're making a bet that you can't get your money back. Right? You can't walk up to Vegas and say, well, if healthy. But see, the luxury of talking or podcasts or typing messages, we can say that.
Right.
And that's what I say. And another reason I say that because that's why I asked you was the Golden State's first year because I thought you was going to talk about their first year. I'm gonna say, well, I understand that because y'all had never won nothing if it was the first year. But you talking about it in the middle of the dynasty. Well, Curry ain't gonna be hurt all the time, brother. Like, you know what I'm saying? And also anybody with common sense knows that if a player or a human makes a prediction, obviously it's like if you bet on Tom Brady and his football team, obviously you're not going to sit there and say, all right, the Patriots or Tampa Bay going to win the championship if Tom Brady's hurt. That's not what you're saying. You know, that's common sense. That's why nobody going to say that. That's like saying if the Lakers win the championship, nobody going to say they're going to win the championship knowing LeBron or AD's hurt. Ain't nobody saying that. That's the thing. But hey, see, if you think that the team gonna be hurt, then that's your personal thought process. Me, I know they ain't gonna be hurt every year. And the NBA gonna laugh a lot, right? They always hurt. They always hurt. They always hurt. You can't bet on them. They always hurt. They'll be out by the playoffs. That's called reckless stupidity. We all know the Clippers ain't gonna be hurt every year. We all know that. They can get hurt this year, and I'm still gonna tell you next offseason, we ain't gonna be hurt every year. That's the same. That's the same with Steph Curry.
What up, y'all? Y'all hear me?
man.
Yeah. What up, man? Shit, I've been trying to go for hella long. Y'all niggas just been talking.
Yeah, we about to
salute,
close it
Rick.
out.
Salute, BJ.
Salute,
Chad.
salute T.
They come back at 3:30, T.
Okay.
Yeah, we're gonna close this one out. We're gonna go to another one in a couple hours. So I want y'all to be back in a couple hours so we can close this out.
All right. Salute, y'all.
All right, peace.
All right, y'all.
Salute.
Good show.
Yeah.
You have a good one, Rick.
All right, the realest. All right. So what's the polls looking like, Rick? I'm gonna let you see. What's the polls looking like?
The polls, I think it actually evened out towards the end of the discussion, man. So I think it was 41-41. Let me go back here. Yeah, 42% on no, he will not. It's too late, and undecided. 17%, yes, he will basically find a way. So for the most part, the crowd is so with him. So, half of the crowd is like, he can do it. The other half is like, nah, he ain't able to do it. It's too late. And so, like I said, man, it's really up to Ja Morant at this part. At the end of the day, BJ. I mean, you got people on the fence just by looking at the numbers. But at the end of the day, man, it's going to come down to Ja Morant just coming down, hitting the ground running, like Alex said. He got to come out the gate running, but he has to stay focused, man. He has to be in his Mamba mode. He has to come out the gate swinging. And, like I said, my personal opinion about it, BJ, is that the West is so stacked and everybody going up and down. He's just going to have to come in and find his footing. Like you said, BJ, agreeing with you, I think there's a possibility that he can get to that play-in at least. But, you got to see how focused he is.
For sure. Yeah, so I see, like you said, Rick, is 42% that he will not make the playoffs, and 42 is undecided, and 17% will say he will find a way somehow. Me, if you ask me, I think they will find a way to get to the play-in. Playoffs, I'm not so sure, but play-in, I think they'll find a way to get in there. And if they make the play-in, then they'll put themselves in an opportunity to later make the playoffs. So short leash, job, obviously, had to learn the hard way. His money has been compensated as well, not making that All-NBA team. And just him not playing in general, he's costing money. So if he messes this up, then yeah, he just doesn't have enough sense to, understand what's really important in life. So all best to him, man. But we're gonna close this one out. We will be back on in about a couple hours for LA Clipper Talk. I know we had a game last night against the Knicks. We're gonna talk about that in detail. But me and my boy Rick, we're back in action, man. Sundays. I gotta apologize for not being here the last couple of Sundays, but Rick has been holding it down. So make sure y'all give Rick his flowers, because whenever things that I need done or whatever, he's the one, him and Tay and Hope always take care of everything. So make sure y'all give them their flowers for what they've done. So I'll let you close it out, Rick.
Hey, man, y'all already know what time it is. It's your co-host at Rick Masters 23 or Mr. Lee on IG, Rick Masters everywhere else. Salute to everybody who came on today in the panel. You know what I'm saying? Salute to everybody who's watching in their car at home. Again, me and the host, B Jizzle, man, we appreciate y'all's love. We appreciate y'all's support. Man, look, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, man, because like BJ say, next week, man, we doing those end of the month prizes. It looks like y'all really be enjoying that Jeopardy style game that we do. So make sure y'all come ready, and don't forget that you can look for the answers. I don't know how many times I have to say that, because I think it was I forgot, it's one of them easies that come in. I think it's from New York, that come in and be like, oh, I can't find it. No, you can have your internet ready, have everything ready. And so when we ask you those questions, you get the answer right. Boom, we mark it down, man. Bubba won the last one, man. I even threw in an incentive if he went. He basically swept. Old boy is like, hey, he got an extra $20. So look, man, we giving out prizes because we appreciate y'all. We love what y'all do, man. Remember to subscribe, man. We got those 3 tiers. But yo, man, pull up a seat, pull up a chair, pull up. We out of here like swimwear. Peace. We like that.